What's going on, baseball fans? How you doing? Welcome to the ALDS Game 4 watch party. We're watching the Rays and the Red Sox. The Red Sox are trying to punch their ticket to the American League Championship Series, and Hunter Renfroe just made an amazing catch. What's going on, everyone? How are we doing tonight? Hello. A little late to the party, but here I am. What's going on? I'm sorry. I had to get the coffee ready. I've been working all day. I am tired. I need a little espresso in me, and I needed a little pick-me-up. But what's going on, everyone? How are we doing? 26 people in the chat right now. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces so far. Hopefully we get over 100 people tonight as the Red Sox try to advance to the next round while the Rays are just hanging on to dear life here. But we got a good one in store for tonight, as always, between the Red Sox and the Rays. So we're going to talk about the Braves and the Brewers. The Braves take a 2-1 series lead thanks to a big swing from Jock Peterson today. We're going to talk about the Giants and the Dodgers playing later on tonight. And we're going to do as we always do here with these watch parties. We're just going to hang out. We're going to talk some baseball, and that's all. So everyone, welcome. If you are new, hit that subscribe button. Everyone, if you can right now, hit that like button. That's going to help the stream get out there. Hit the bell button, hit the share button. Also, we have memberships on the channel now. I have 2 different tiers. Go check those out if you are interested. And we are partners now with Dr. Squatch Soap. If you want to smell a little bit better than you already do, then go check out what Dr. Squatch has to offer. They got a lot of great scents over there. Go check it out. So, alrighty, everyone, we're going to get right to it. So, Hunter Renfroe just made an amazing catch. Wow. But here we go. So, let's get this game on. We are underway. What is going on? Oh, we got a new member. Kara Hightower is a new member. What's going on? How are we doing? Welcome. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Much appreciated. So, now you're going to have the little badge next to your name. You can use the emojis in the chat now for becoming an all-star. Thank you so much. Jackson, what's going on? Hello. Kira, welcome. Kira, we got a fun one on tonight. So, I hope you are ready. Hope you got your breathing in order. I'm probably gonna need to do some breathing exercises at some point. So, Jackson, how are we doing, man? There it is, Kara Hightower, becoming a member. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Jackson, Robbie, do you think the Marlins would be spenders? I think so. I think they can be sneaky spenders. I think they're a couple of bats away. I definitely think. Look out. Could they go after a Corey Seager, like you mentioned there in the chat, Jackson? I don't see why not. Question is, are the Marlins going to want to spend the money? Have to wait and see. But I think the Marlins can definitely be sneaky spenders. Look out for them. Alexa off. I cannot. I keep forgetting to turn this Alexa off. It is driving me insane. I'm going to lose it. Alexa, always jumping in at the wrong time. But here we go. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Wander Franco down on the K. A bit of a high fastball there. Christian Vasquez doing what he can there to frame it, and he did enough. Wander Franco did not like that. But the umpire giving a bit of a gift to the Red Sox early on. You got to think the Rays will get a gift at some point later on in this game. What is going on? William Fulgham, hello. We're going to talk about the Braves here in a little bit. William, hey, I took 1 swing today. And in all honesty, against this Milwaukee Brewers team, with that offense that they have, which I said before this series, I picked the Braves to win that series. I think I picked the Braves to win this series in 4 games. I think that's what I said. I don't know. I feel like I said 4. But I knew this Brewers offense was not going to be good, and they have not shown up at all. They got a timely hit from Rowdy Tellez in Game 1, and that's it. So this Braves pitching is really stepping up for them. We'll go break that down here in a little bit. But yeah, I definitely picked the Braves. I know I picked the Braves, but I don't remember how many games I said. I think it was 4. Can the Braves close it out in Game 4? Have to wait and see. Here's Erod. 0-2 count here to Brandon Lau. Eduardo Rodriguez has had his struggles so far. Brandon Lau hits it to right. Just foul. That was far enough to get out, but just foul to the right of the pesky pole. Did I say that, William Fulgham? Could I actually get a prediction right? I mean, I've gotten the Dodgers and the Cardinals right so far, but my bracket already got busted a little bit by picking the Yankees over the Red Sox. So who would have thought the first thing that I get wrong is it had to do with my Red Sox. So what do you know? And the way that you're not expecting, where I picked the Red Sox to lose and then ended up winning. Here we go. Erod, 0-2 count, 2 outs. Strike 3! Erod is looking already better than he has in this series so far. Big strikeout there to end the first. And here come the Red Sox up to the plate. Hunter Renfroe, what a catch he made after getting probably the gift of a lifetime with that ground rule double in last night's game. What a game that was last night. In case for some reason you are living under a rock, what a postseason game that was last night. That could go down as one of the more memorable postseason games of all time. Back and forth game early on, and then the Rays tying it in the 8th. Then it was deadlocked for about 4 innings there, and then Christian Vasquez, before Christian Vasquez even came up, you had Nick Pivetta come out of the bullpen in a huge way. The long relief that he provided for the Red Sox, MVP caliber performance for Nick Pivetta, but then Christian Vasquez coming up and walking it off for the Red Sox. And the Red Sox now have a 2-1 lead. But when I talked about the gift of a lifetime, we had the ground rule double. I believe that was in the top of the 13th. If we go back to that play, I mean, we talked about this quite a lot last night. So if we go back to the 13th, Kevin Kiermaier hit a ball that I thought might have even gotten out. It looked like it had a chance to clear that wall out there in right field, but it hit the wall, it bounced back, and as Hunter Renfroe was running in to get the ball, it bounced off the ground and then bounced off of him into the dugout, or into the bullpen, out of play. Because it was unintentional, it was ruled a ground rule double. I'm still seeing some confusion out there. I actually had to talk to a friend of mine this morning who was still kind of confused with what happened. But that was what happened there. And, oh my. And, the Rays, you got to think, they could have, probably would have only scored 1. But you never know with this Rays team. I mean, this team, they are just so relentless. And who knows if that could have led to more. So that was a gift, an absolute gift. Because, I saw Jared Carrabis say today, well, even with that, the Christian Vasquez 2-run home run, you still, even if, Kiermaier, that didn't go out of play, the Rays would have scored 1, making it 7-6. Christian Vasquez's homer would have, still won the game because it was a 2-run homer. But you never know if that could have led to anything else. So that was a huge break. Probably one of the biggest breaks of all time for a team. I mean, I'm not trying to sound biased, but I think a lot of us can agree with how huge that was. And hey, led to a memorable finish in Boston. Red Sox have a 2-1 lead. So if we take a look at tonight's lineup with the Red Sox and the Rays, Eduardo Rodriguez getting the start for the Red Sox tonight. I thought that was going to happen. He got the start in Game 1. You could have went with a Chris Sale, but I was leaning towards the fact that they probably would go with Erod. He's had more days of rest than a Chris Sale. While Chris Sale, he only threw 30 pitches. Chris Sale has not done well against the Rays this year, and I figured they felt a little more comfortable going with an Erod in this game. But for the Red Sox lineup tonight, you have Schwarber batting leadoff, Kike Hernandez batting second. That has been, in my opinion, probably the lineup move of the playoffs so far. If you want to talk about adjustments, that was the adjustment that the Red Sox made. They came out of that in Game 1, completely lackluster offense in Game 1. You had Kike Hernandez leading off in that game. He went 0 in Game 1. Alex Cora, he made the switch, putting Schwarber in the leadoff spot and moving Kike Hernandez down to the number 2 spot. Kike Hernandez exploded in Game 2, where the Red Sox just scored all of the runs. He had a really good game yesterday. He had a 7 consecutive at-bats with a hit at one point. That sets a Red Sox record. That's been the move of a lifetime for the Red Sox here. Kike Hernandez hits it out to right, but Rosarina makes a nice catch. And there is out number 2 for the Rays. Getting the start in this game for the Rays is Colin McHugh. He's going to be opening this game today. Don't expect him to get a lot of innings. But for the rest of the Red Sox lineup, Schwarber batting leadoff, Kike Hernandez batting second, Rafael Devers third, Bogarts in the cleanup spot, Verdugo batting fifth, JD Martinez in the sixth spot, Renfroe batting seventh, last night's hero, Christian Vasquez batting eighth, and Christian Arroyo batting ninth. For the Rays tonight, we have a Rosarina leading off, Wander Franco batting second, Brandon Lau in the 3 spot, Nelson Cruz batting cleanup, Jordan Luplow batting fifth, had the grand slam in game 2. Sorry. Yandy Diaz, I cannot breathe, batting 6th, Austin Meadows batting 7th, Mike Zunino batting 8th, Kevin Kiermaier batting 9th. So here we go. Rafael Devers is at the plate. Had himself a home run in game 2. Here we go. 61 people in the chat right now. Josh, I'm dying. I have my espresso here. Oh, Rafael Devers hits it to right, and that falls in for a base hit. Oh my goodness! I thought I was gonna die a second ago. Oh my God. Gee, I thought I was gonna stop breathing. Oh, I think we're okay. A little Cafe Bustelo, huh? A little Cafe Bustelo. That stuff's great. Man, it's like, what, $2.50 for a bag? And it's pretty solid coffee. Cafe Bustelo. You think we can get a sponsor with Cafe Bustelo? Scott Sterling. I think I'm going to survive. William Fulgham. How dumb was Duvall on the bases today? Hey, the Braves got one swing from a Jock Peterson today, and that's all they needed. I'll talk about that Braves-Brewers game after this inning right here. But Rafael Devers batting, or just batting before Bogarts, getting on base there with a base hit. And here's Xander Bogarts here. 0-1 count. Bogarts so far in this series, having a good series. Hitting .375, has a couple of home runs in this series. Here we go. Rafael Devers on first. Colin McHugh pitching. Xander Bogarts dribbler to short. Franco's going to have a tough play. Bogarts beats it out. It looked like he might have beat it, or it looked like Franco might have beat Bogarts there. Are they going to challenge it? That was pretty close. Everyone, tweet out Cafe Bustelo. Let's see if we can get another sponsor. I need their espresso to keep me fueled during these streams. Francisco Daniel, what's going on? How are we doing? Yeah, Kira Owens, he looked out to me. Knowing Bogarts, I mean, I just know how fast Bogarts is, and that to me was kind of surprising if he was able to beat that out. I don't know. I just know Bogarts. He's not a very fast guy. Wander Franco looked like he had that. Yeah, he's out. Yeah, that was definitely pretty close, but definitely out. And he's out. Yeah, Josh, me and Xander Bogarts, we raced. We raced when I went to Fenway Park last month. Nice guy. Alrighty. Yeah, that was a good play from Wander Franco. But it's stuff like that can really change the course of a game. And so it's nice to see that they're getting it right. Alrighty, 66 people are here. Hopefully we can get to 100 tonight. We had a good turnout for the wild card game with the Red Sox and the Yankees. But then the Cardinals-Dodgers, we had a ton of people. We had around 800 people in that stream. And but I'm noticing since I've gone live since then, we've been getting around anywhere from 100 to 200 people. So let's see how many we can get to tonight. 81 people are here. What's going on, everyone? So while we're on a commercial break, let's go to the Brewers and the Braves. Hey, day game on today. I was kind of keeping an eye on this while I was teaching the kiddos some math today. So just don't tell anyone that. But hey, all they needed today was one swing from Jock Peterson, a 3-run home run. Hey, he's batting 1,000 in this series, 3 for 3 in this series so far. Jock Peterson, you gotta love what he's doing. He's got 2 home runs in this series. So, hey, he's not really getting a lot of at-bats, but he's taking advantage of the limited amount of time that he's playing. Overall, pretty cold for the Braves overall. They did have 8 hits altogether on the day, but only getting the runs thanks to Jock Peterson. But the Brewers offense, it just continues to just not come through. Once again, you got to think the Brewers here, the only bit of action that they've had when it comes to runs is Rowdy Tellez in Game 1. And that's it. I picked the Braves to win this series in 4 games. And they're close to making that prediction right. Probably, if that ends up happening, it'll probably be the only prediction I get right the entire postseason. But this was one series. I saw a lot of people picking the Brewers in this series, but this was the one where I felt really sure about. I had the White Sox beating the Astros in that series. I mean, the White Sox keeping my prediction alive there. Giants, Dodgers, that's kind of going according to plan of what I thought it was going to be. It's tied so far. I think that's going to go 5 games. But this series right here, I mean, I hate to do it to my Red Sox, but I picked the Rays to win this. I wouldn't have been surprised if the Rays swept this. But the Red Sox are completely making me look like quite the idiot right now. So, I mean, man, I'm all about being wrong. I'm all about it. If my Red Sox can somehow win this series, I mean, I will be more than happy to get that wrong. Bob Cashman, who do you think wins the game for the Astros and the White Sox? I'm expecting the White Sox to tie it up. I'm expecting it to go back to Houston. So you got Carlos Rodon. That's been your guy this year. I'm expecting the White Sox to win it. That offense came alive. I think it's going to go to a Game 5. That's kind of how I saw that series going. Sure, it was hard to pick, but either way, I thought it was going to be a 5-game series. White Sox got to win one more to force it, but we'll see. But I'm expecting the White Sox to win that. You got your best guy on the mound this year. The offense came alive. Hey, they got their mojo. Can they keep the momentum going? And they're at home. So we'll have to wait and see. What are you guys saying here in the chat? John Bewley Neymar, what's going on? Let's go Red Sox, he says. Captain Spartan, Brewers never get consistent bats. Erod with another strikeout. Eduardo Rodriguez is looking very sharp right now, ladies and gentlemen. He is looking pretty good. He looks more loose out there. He's just attacking the strike zone right now. He's just looking loose, and that's a good sign here for the Red Sox. 95 people. Oh, sorry, everyone. I don't have the game on. We have 95 people in the chat. What's going on? Yeah, Jason, Eduardo Rodriguez, he looked very tight in Game 1. He just wasn't throwing strikes. He just wasn't looking good overall. Bob Cashman is predicting a Red Sox win tonight. Have to wait and see. If the Red Sox close this out tonight, I mean, wow. I'm going to say this right now. If the Red Sox win this tonight, they have a shot. They have a shot to win the whole thing. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be Giraffe Neck Robbie right now, but if you get past the best team in the American League, and I think not even record-wise, I think this Rays team is really good. They play to their own game, and they play to their own strengths, and they do it so well. They don't even need any starting pitchers, and they could still win 95, 100 games. They could go with openers all season, and they'll still win games. That's how good this team is. One more time, if the Red Sox win this tonight, they have a chance to win the whole thing. And I will be more than happy to be wrong. If my bracket gets busted by my own Red Sox, I'm all for it. I'll look like a moron for days if that means my Red Sox, can win a World Series. I'm all about it. William Fulgham, Braves Red Sox World Series. Could you imagine? And it's going to be tough in that National League. It's going to be tough. I expect the Braves to win that series. I expect them to get to the championship series. That's where I picked them. I had the Giants beating the Braves in the championship series. Have to wait and see how that turns out. Yeah, Charles, I picked the Yankees too. I thought the Yankees would come alive. But you know what? We should have known better. This Red Sox, and I should have known better. This Red Sox team, they've been more... Oh, another strikeout for Erod, and Eduardo Rodriguez is just playing around with the Rays right now. He is just looking fantastic so far. 4 strikeouts through an inning and 2/3. Eduardo Rodriguez is looking very sharp here so far. He is mixing in the fastball. He is mixing in the changeup. Good velocity tonight. Good fading action on the changeup. Eduardo Rodriguez so far has this Rays lineup completely off balance. And we have reached 100 people in the chat. What's going on, everyone? If you guys can, hit that like button for me. Hey, that's going to help this stream get out there. If we can get up to a good amount of people for a potential Red Sox series win, I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Let's go for it, everyone. Yeah, Urex, it's and maybe I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there. Urex, I think that's kind of how I am. Over the years, I've learned to temper my expectations. I always think back to 2011. That 2011 Red Sox team, I was so hyped for that team. I really thought that's a team that could be. It was hyped up as, there's a play to third. Rafael Devers has it. He throws on to first, and there is the third out. Eduardo Rodriguez looking very good so far. He threw two, hasn't given up a hit, and here come the Red Sox bats back up for the bottom of the second inning. The Red Sox in 2011, I had all the hope in the world for that team. I thought that team could have, like everyone was hyping them up in the offseason that year. The greatest team of all time, the greatest Red Sox team of all time. That team was stacked. It had the offense. It had the pitching. It had the bullpen. That team looked so good, and my heart got ripped out of my chest in game 162 that year. So ever since then, I think I've really proceeded with caution every single year, and I think that's kind of how I was this year. There were some flaws with this team. There were. They didn't play very good in the second half. They weren't, they were battling for a playoff spot in the last game of the season against the Nationals. Against the Nationals team, they were down. You got to remember that. They were down against that Nationals team, and they came back and won. And that was the Nationals, one of the worst teams in the second half. So, I don't think I was completely unreasonable for the Red Sox to not have a lot of success. I don't know what it was. They went to bed that night, and they just decided, all right, let's play. So, and here they are, one win away from the American League Championship Series. So, Chris Sampson, rematch of 2017, he predicts Astros versus Dodgers. Yeah, what's going on with this Astros stealing signs thing? I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I'm over the stealing signs thing. All teams do it. All the teams do it. At the end of the day, we can sit here and we can, point fingers at teams and whatever. All teams do it. It's just it's a thing in Major League Baseball. It goes back. Go listen to any guy, who's talked about this kind of stuff, from the 90s, the 80s. It's a thing in baseball. It's a thing. So it goes back years. It's part of the game, Enough of all this stealing signs thing. And no, that's not because the Red Sox, they got in trouble a couple of years ago. I'm just going to say this right now. And sure, the Red Sox, they deserved, to get busted there. But every team was doing something. We got to get that through to our heads, everyone. Every team was doing something. There were so many teams that were listed as reported teams that were cheating with technology. The Kansas City Royals, the Dodgers even, so many teams. The Yankees were, they were in some kind of a report at one point. It's just, it goes on around the league. It's, not defending it. If a team gets caught, they should face the consequences. Just like the Astros, just like the Red Sox. But, it's enough of the sign stealing thing. I just it's just getting old. It's beating a dead horse at this point. But here we go. Alex Verdugo is up. 124 people in the chat. What's going on, everyone? How are we doing? If anyone's new, hit that subscribe button. We're talking postseason baseball all October. I'm awake, everyone. The espresso has hit. It is doing pretty good right now. One second, everyone. But Alex Verdugo is up. He's had himself a pretty good series. As soon as I got to that game the other night on Friday night in Tropicana, as soon as I sat down, Alex Verdugo hit a home run. That's when I got to that game. I just missed the Xander Bogaerts home run because of all the I got stuck in traffic. It was so bad. I had to leave late because I got held up with something with work. And, as soon as I sat down, Verdugo hit a bomb. But Verdugo, so far in this series, hitting .368. But Colin McHugh getting the start today. Probably only going to have a few innings. Alex Verdugo hits it out to center field, but that's only going to be warning track power. Kiermaier's there, and there's the first out for the Red Sox. Yeah, Bob Cashman. Erod's off to a good start. Scott Sterling. Don't think I'll ever have the mental capacity to ever be the commissioner of Major League Baseball. Who do the Mets sign? Lane, who do the Mets sign in the offseason? You got to think they need to add depth. They need to add guys that can, be productive off the bench. They have the superstar players. They do. But they need to add a manager. Oh, Kiermaier, what a catch! Kiermaier coming through. Colin McHugh loves it. He points out to center field, and Kevin Kiermaier runs in and makes a great catch. And the Rays have the Red Sox to 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. JD Martinez robbed of a base hit from Kevin Kiermaier. Great play from Kevin Kiermaier. He probably loves that after that ground rule double from yesterday, which he was the one that had to get the short end of the stick for. But back to your question, Lane. For the Mets, here's Hunter Renfroe. For the Mets, I think they need to add depth pieces. They need to add quality guys off of the bench. They need to some starting pitching depth would be very nice. You have a lot of question marks with the starting pitching right now. I think the bullpen is actually fine. Maybe add an arm. I think that'd be good. But for the Mets, hey, you need to get a manager. I think you need to get a good coaching staff that's going to get the best out of this Mets team. This Mets team, they have the players. They have the talent. They need to get a coaching staff that's going to get the best out of them. Hunter Renfroe, Kevin Kiermaier, very busy here. Records the third out. Hunter Renfroe, a line shot to center field, but Kevin Kiermaier's there. And the Rays are heading to the plate here in the top of the third. Quick start to the game tonight, which I'm not going to lie is a welcome addition for me because that White Sox-Astros game last night moved incredibly slow. That went like, 4 hours and 15 minutes? I'm all about it. A quick moving game tonight, I am all for. I would not be mad at that at all. All righty. But what else are you guys saying here in the chat? William Fulgham, if the Sox win tonight, who is your ALDS MVP? I think you have to go with Kike Hernandez. The guy had literally 7 straight hits at one point with a couple of home runs mixed in there. Look at what he's doing so far in this series so far. He's hitting .450 in this series, over 20 at-bats, has 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. He has been, and that's game 1, he didn't even have a hit. And that's game 2. This guy is just out of his mind right now. So, or actually, this is including that's the wild card game as well. So actually here, let me go to the division series. So far in this series, he's hitting .471. So 17 at-bats in this series so far. He has 8 hits. So yeah, Kike Hernandez probably gets the MVP for me. But you really can't, you gotta, Tanner Houck, Nick Pivetta. I mean, these guys really came up huge. There's an argument for a Nick Pivetta. Again, there's still a lot of baseball here. I'm expecting the Rays. I would not be surprised at all to see a Game 5 back at Tropicana Field. Would not be surprised about that. Not trying to be a negative Nancy on my Red Sox. It's not the Red Sox that I'm hating on. Obviously, I love my Red Sox. I think my Red Sox are a good team. I've seen a team this year that is playing together. They're just a team that just looks like they want to win. They want to just play some good baseball. They're having fun this year. It's a good Red Sox team. It's been an enjoyable team. As a Red Sox fan, I've seen many Red Sox teams over the years. This is a good one. I like this Red Sox team. It's not the Red Sox that I'm getting down on. It's the Rays that I'm getting so high on. I really like this Rays team. So the fact that, the Red Sox are up 2-1 here, I'm going to be honest, it's a little surprising. But I also wasn't going to be surprised if it did go 5 games, because these two teams play each other hard. You throw out the stats, throw out all the numbers. The Red Sox and the Rays always play each other hard. So to see a 5-game series, that wouldn't be surprising to me. But then again, I wouldn't have been surprised if the Rays swept the series as well. That's how good this team is. And the Red Sox would say the same thing. All those players would say that. They know how good this team is. So, Randy Rosarina Bolt has been very good. Very good. 165 people in the chat. What's going on, everyone? How are we doing? I want to thank we had a new member tonight. Kara becoming a new member tonight. If anyone is interested in becoming a member, you'll see a join button somewhere. But yeah, we're trying to increase the memberships. We have 2 tiers at the moment. We have a 99-cent tier that gives you the badges and the emojis. For the $2.99 tier, that gives you access to a members-only Discord as well as members-only streams. So, but yeah. But we're definitely trying to build up the membership base here, everyone. So thank you to everyone that has become a member so far. What are we saying here? What are we saying? Charles White's here. Respect the Rays. They were really close. Yeah, and that was a big reason to why I picked them to win it all this year. They were so close last year. They could taste it. And that, to me, that's kind of one of those sort of underlying motivators for me. If you were on this Rays team, you got that close. A lot of those guys are back on this team this year. And then you got some really good additions like a Nelson Cruz. Combat Medic having trouble getting on the Discord. Oh, I'll have to figure that out, my friend. Let me actually. So Combat Medic, if you go to where the memberships are, you'll see a link. Did you let me know, Combat Medic, let me know in the chat. Did you see a link anywhere? Let me know. And if you did see the link, did you click on that link? But here we go. Erod looking sharp so far. Top of the third here, full count. Austin Meadows up. We got a lefty-lefty matchup. Austin Meadows hitting 400 in this series so far. Austin Meadows rips it down the left field line, and that's foul. Oh, there's Tyler Glasnow in the Rays dugout. Got to feel for him, man. Got to feel for him. You got to think he is just itching to just pitch in this series, man. Got to feel for him. Especially how much they battled last year in the playoffs. And, for him to just be sitting out like he is. I mean, the guy's a competitor. Got to feel for him. Imagine if the Rays had Glasnow. It's Cat. Imagine if they had him. Imagine if they still had Charlie Morton. Erod Austin Meadows, 10-pitch battle right now. And this is Eduardo Rodriguez's first bit of adversity tonight here in the third inning. He has looked rather sharp, but he ran into a brick wall of Austin Meadows. Eduardo Rodriguez, full count, comes set. Here's the pitch. Austin Meadows fouls off another one. Lane Kerner, do the Mets re-sign Stroman? I have this gut feeling that Stroman is just going to go elsewhere, you know? I feel like he came back. It felt like he came back for a year because he kind of liked, what was going on with the new ownership. He just liked, how the team was starting to look. And I think he came back for 1 year to see what would happen. And, I just have this feeling he's just going to go elsewhere. Eduardo Rodriguez, full count. Austin Meadows fouls off another pitch. What an at-bat here at Fenway Park between Eduardo Rodriguez and Austin Meadows. Yeah, William Fulgham. Stroman is looking to get paid. Stroman, one of the more attractive starting pitchers on the market. I don't think he's an ace by any means, but I think he's a really solid 2 or even a 3 in a rotation, depending on what rotation he's in. Eduardo Rodriguez, another pitch. Austin Meadows fouls off another one. You gotta really respect what Austin Meadows is doing here. Eduardo Rodriguez, he threw a very small amount of pitches through the first 2 innings, and Austin Meadows alone has gotten 10 pitches, or he's worked 10 pitches, over 10 pitches against Eduardo Rodriguez here. Three Blades Master, what's going on? Hey, Raptor Jesus, what's going on, my friend? Eduardo Rodriguez, here we go again. Austin Meadows fouls it back. John Beatty has just subscribed. What's going on, John? Welcome to the channel. We're almost at 200 people in the chat. Everyone, hello. Welcome to the Game 4 watch party. Let's see if my Red Sox can move on to the championship series tonight. How long will this at-bat go? Austin Meadows is not going down without a fight. He's fouling off everything he can. He's looking to make something happen for the Rays after that disastrous ending last night for the Rays. Eduardo Rodriguez, here's the pitch. Another foul ball. Another foul ball. My goodness. Like I said, the first 2 innings, he threw 29 pitches. As of right now on my TV, he has thrown 14 pitches. Austin Meadows alone has worked half of the pitches that Eduardo Rodriguez threw total in the first 2 innings, and he fouls off another one. Who is going to win this battle? Eduardo Rodriguez, this is not the ideal situation for Eduardo Rodriguez here, especially after cruising through the first 2 innings. This is a battle of the ages here. 15 pitch at bat. And the Rays, they're at the top of the dugout rooting on Meadows. He spits towards the mound. Both guys are coming at with their best. Eduardo Rodriguez pounding fastballs in there. Meadows, he's swinging away. This is just good, gritty baseball at its finest. What an at-bat. Fenway Park trying to get loud. Here's the pitch. He finally gets him. Eduardo Rodriguez. And that arm probably feels like it's going to fall off at this point. But he finally sits down Austin Meadows. What an at-bat for Meadows there, being able to foul off that many pitches. But Eduardo Rodriguez, he gets the result he was looking for. And results-wise, minus this at-bat, continues to look sharp. But Kira Owens, you have to respect what Austin Meadows did here, getting the pitch count up. That was a lot of pitches from one batter. But here we go, Mike Zunino. Coming up here, home run threat always when he steps to the plate. But if you're Eduardo Rodriguez, you want to get a quick out here if you can. And there's a pop-up. Christian Arroyo's there, and he did just that. Getting a quick out after a long at-bat with Austin Meadows, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. If you're Eduardo Rodriguez, you want to try and get a really quick out here. You want to limit the amount of pitches that you had to throw. So if Eduardo Rodriguez can get out of this inning under 20 pitches with how many pitches he had to throw to Austin Meadows, that would be a win for Eduardo Rodriguez. But you got to think he's going to try and throw something for these Rays hitters to try and get some contact, try and get a quick out. Here we go. And just like I said, tried to pitch the contact, and he did. And on one pitch, Kevin Kiermaier grounds out, and Eduardo Rodriguez somehow, after a long at-bat with Austin Meadows, gets the next 2 hitters on 3 pitches. That is baseball at its finest. That is just as baseball always showing how wackadoodle of a game it can be. 15 pitch at bat to Austin Meadows, or was it 16 pitches? Was it 15 or was it 16? It was a 17 pitch at bat. I apologize. I was wrong on both. So he threw 17 pitches. And then he gets the next 2 batters on 3 pitches. So overall, a 20-pitch inning for Eduardo Rodriguez, which in the grand scheme of things, that's not a terrible inning by any means. Of course, you would like to throw less pitches than that, but the fact that he had 17 to Austin Meadows, what an inning. Was that a new record for an at-bat in the postseason? What is the record for most pitches in an at-bat in the postseason? Yeah, Kier Owens, he was definitely in defense mode there. He was just looking for something that he could hit. And in the end, Eduardo Rodriguez persevered. But while we're on a commercial break, let's take a look. We have the Giants and the Dodgers, Game 3, a pivotal Game 3 in Los Angeles. We got a good matchup here tonight. We have Alex Wood, Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer not looking too sharp against the St. Louis Cardinals. Did what he had to do to get through that outing. But it wasn't as sharp as you would have liked to have him look. But overall, he's going to be a great option here for the Dodgers tonight. Of course, he's been their best pitcher in the second half. And Alex Wood has had himself a very good season as well. Let's start off with Alex Wood. Alex Wood this year, 10-4 record, over 26 starts, a 3.83 ERA. Alex Wood, if we take a look, let me pull up here. Oh, what is going on with my phone? So he had 26 starts. So 139 divided by 26. So Alex Wood is averaging around 5 innings per start. I would honestly would not be surprised to see 4, maybe 5 innings from Alex Wood. This Dodgers lineup looked really good in Game 2. So wouldn't be surprised to see, the Dodgers really battle against Alex Wood. And this is a guy that, some of these guys know pretty well, considering Alex Wood was on the Dodgers not too long ago. So I'm going to predict a 4-inning outing for Alex Wood tonight. And I think the Giants are going to have to go to that bullpen. Max Scherzer, on the other hand, if we go back to that wild card game against the St. Louis Cardinals, like I said, he wasn't the most sharp. He had to really battle there. But if we go back to that game, if we go to the final stat line, he got to the 5th inning, but overall, he didn't get as deep as you would like him to go. He did only give up 3 hits and 1 earned run, but he walked 3 guys. It just felt like he was trying to, just battle command all night. It just seemed like Max Scherzer just didn't have his best stuff, but he's going to need his best stuff tonight against the San Francisco Giants. Let's actually take a look at the splits with Max Scherzer against the San Francisco Giants. If we take a look here, against the Giants this year, he actually came out of that start early. He only threw a third of an inning against the Giants this year, so don't really have much to work off of. Christian Vasquez shoots it up the middle, and the Red Sox got a leadoff base hit. Christian Vasquez continues to come through for the Red Sox here after the walk-off home run last night in the 13th inning. Here's Shane McClanahan in relief of Colin McHugh. Like I said, I didn't think Colin McHugh was going to get a lot of innings, probably 2. But here's McClanahan. He got the game 1 start. And here's McClanahan now. You're probably, you're going to expect at least a few innings from McClanahan. At least that's what the Rays are probably going to want. But Christian Arroyo coming up now. Arroyo, fly ball to right. And Arosarena's there. And there's the first out. But going back to the Giants and the Dodgers, I mean, this is as big of a game. Big of a game as you could want. So it'll be interesting to see. So far, right now, I mean, the star of the show for the Dodgers has been Chris Taylor this postseason. He's been fantastic, hitting .500 so far this postseason. Mookie Betts, surprisingly enough, Mookie Betts has never really been good in the postseason. So he's hitting .417 so far in this series and in the postseason overall. So you got to love it. Matchup-wise, not really many of these Giants have had at-bats this year against Max Scherzer. Chris Bryant, the most at-bats against Scherzer this year alone. He went 0 for 4 against Scherzer at one point this year. So for the Dodgers, no at-bats against Alex Wood. So very interesting matchup tonight. I wonder, interesting to see, will Max Scherzer be able to go a little deeper into the game tonight? It's going to be tough against this Giants lineup. This Giants lineup, they are tough to sit down. Let's actually go take a look at Fangraphs. Let's see, which team led in walk percentage this year? Team batting stats. Walk percentage. Which team walked the most this year? The Yankees did. Yeah, the Giants came in 3rd. The Dodgers came in 2nd. I'm going to be honest. I'm expecting both starters gone by the 6th inning. I think Scherzer, I think the most he'll go is 5. I don't think he has his best stuff right now. Alex Wood, he doesn't usually go deep into games. I'm going to expect 4 innings from Alex Wood tonight. Max Scherzer, I'll go 5. I'll go 5 innings for Max Scherzer tonight. I'll give the slight edge to Scherzer. But here we go. Back to the game here. Kike Hernandez is up. Kyle Schwarber draws the walk. The Red Sox have 2 on here. Look at these starting pictures for the Tampa Bay Rays that they're showing on the screen. Tyler Glasnow, Blake Snell, Charlie Morton, Ryan Yarbrough. Imagine if they had Glasnow and Morton. Oh. I mean, I think you could have, you could do without Blake Snell. Replace Blake Snell with a Shane McClanahan. And that's a pretty good 1 through 3, if you ask me. Yeah, Blake Snell, I feel like the Rays properly used him. I think they got the best out of him. But with the Padres, I don't know. But yeah, I think they're better off. They didn't need Snell. Like I said, you have McClanahan that, basically just slid into his spot. But if you had Glasnow, if you had Morton, and then McClanahan, I mean, that is really good. It's really good. And to think, that's what the Rays were missing in Game 2. They had a lead. Boz got the opener, but overall, I mean, you got to think, if they had a starting pitcher that could have held that down, someone like a Charlie Morton, I mean, this could be, right now, this could be the Rays going for a sweep. Starting pitching is important in a postseason. And while I love that the Rays, they play to their strengths, they do the opener, they stick to their plan, they stick to their guns. And I predicted this year that this would be the year that the Rays get it done. But at the end of the day, starting pitching, it's so important in the postseason. So important. In the end, if you don't have enough of it, it will come back to bite you. Look at what happened with the Rays last year against the Dodgers. They didn't get a lot of good starting pitching. They got some okay starting pitching, but in the end, it just wasn't enough. Oh, big swing and a miss from Hernandez. You got to imagine, though, Blake Snell, if he was allowed to go a little deeper in that game, who knows what would have ended up happening? Will we look back on that years down the road and think, man, that was the Rays' best shot to win a World Series? But here we go. Kike Hernandez is up. Bottom of the third. 1 out. 1-2 count. McClanahan with the pitch. Slider down and in. And Kike works it to a 2-2 count. Yeah, Bolt raising a good pitcher next year. Yeah, they need some starting pitching. And and they knew that. When Glasnow went down, they probably said, dang, man, we should have added someone. We should have added someone. They should have. They should have brought back Charlie Morton. I don't see why he wouldn't have come back. If they would just have given him the money, would he have come back? I feel like there's a good chance he would have. I think Charlie Morton on this Rays team, this would be huge. Morton got the loss with the Braves in Game 1, but he pitched a good game. So, yeah, maybe they could get him next year, Kira. It's possible. But he's having a good year in Atlanta. He's having a good year. Seems like he likes it there. He made all of his starts. Having a good, healthy year. But there's a fly out left field. Kike flies out, and there's the second out. Red Sox got 2 on here in the bottom of the third. 2 outs. Rafael Devers had a base hit in his first at-bat. He comes to the plate for his second at-bat. Got a lefty-lefty matchup. Let's go pull up some Rafael Devers splits. Let's see if I can get to the splits in time. Rafael Devers! He hits it deep! That's gone! And Rafael Devers has hit a 3-run home run, and the Red Sox have a 3-0 lead! Rafael Devers has come through! Kevin Cash stares onto the field. Fenway Park has erupted. Rafael Devers, I was about to pull up the splits about how good he does against lefties. Or I don't even know. I don't know the exact number, but let's go to those splits now that he's just hit a home run. Against lefties this year, Rafael Devers hit .278, had 6 home runs, had a .345 on base. When it came to the power, not a lot against left-handed hitters. And he just went deep. HX VAC, I use Spectrum. It's behind. So there's a base hit from Bogarts, and the offense keeps coming. But I guess you could look at it from you could look at the bright side. While my TV is a little behind, a lot of you will we'll see what happens before I do. But then you know what's coming, so you're just waiting for me to react. So that was a high ball. That was a high fly ball. It was looking like at first it might have just been a fly out, but everyone was erupting at it, and he looked on like he knew he hit one. But the Red Sox here in the bottom of the third, thanks to a Rafael Devers 3-run home run, the Red Sox have jumped out to a 3-0 lead, and they are in a good spot. But you cannot count out the Tampa Bay Rays at all. There's a lot of baseball left And while it is a 3-0 Red Sox lead, no lead is safe against this Tampa Bay Rays team. But McClanahan, he's going to look to stay in it here. He looked sharp in game 1. Can he bounce back and get it together? Bottom of the third here, 2 outs. Alex Verdugo, he hits it the opposite way. That's deep. That's got a chance. That's off the wall. It takes a slow bounce. Bogarts rounds third. He comes home, and the Red Sox have a 4-0 lead. Alex Verdugo is cradling the baby. Irving Goldberg has become a member. What is going on right now? Just so much is happening. Alex Verdugo jumps in on the action, and the Red Sox are looking relentless right now. The Red Sox with a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the third, and they still got a runner in scoring position with JD Martinez up. One swing can make this 5-0. And there's a curveball for McClanahan. JD Martinez held up his swing. 1-0 count. JD Martinez hitting .417 so far in the postseason. He's 5 for 12, has a home run. But the Rays are in a spot right now that they are none too happy with. Here's JD Martinez. 1-0 count. Fouls it off to the left. 1-1 count. Rafael Devers coming up big for the Red Sox all year. 38 home runs on the year. A big home run in game 162 against the Washington Nationals. A home run in game 2 against the Rays in this series. And in a potential clinching game, Rafael Devers comes up big, giving the Red Sox a 3-0 lead. Alex Verdugo, after a Xander Bogaerts base hit, hits it oppo off the green monster. And the Red Sox now have a 4-0 lead. JD Martinez fouls it into the dirt. Still a 1-2 count. Chris Sampson, he wants baseball back in Montreal. It's time for the Rays to go to Montreal. According to Chris Sampson. 1-2 count here to Martinez. McClanahan with the pitch. There's a backdoor curveball, just misses. Pretty good pitch, but just on the outside. JD Martinez, known for having a very good eye at the plate, able to hold off. Bottom of the third here, 2-2 count. Rafael Devers with a big home run. Alex Verdugo with a double to add to the lead. We got 2 outs here with Martinez up. There's a curveball down into the dirt. We got a full count here. We're up to almost 200 people in the chat. Everyone, what's going on? Hit that subscribe button. We're talking postseason baseball a lot in the next few weeks. So definitely hit that subscribe button now. We'll be doing a lot of watch parties. JD Martinez hits it to left. That's off the wall. Takes a bounce. He has it. Verdugo comes home. And the Red Sox have a 5-0 lead. It ends up being a long single for JD Martinez, but the Red Sox have jumped out here. Here in the third inning, a 5-0 lead, and Kevin Cash has seen enough. He comes out to the mound. And McClanahan's night, very short-lived. What an outburst for the Red Sox tonight. We have a lot of baseball left. But you got to think the Red Sox got to love the position that they're in. It's far from over. It's far from over. But man, oh man, Eduardo Rodriguez has looked good so far. The one thing I worry about a little bit, Eduardo Rodriguez, he's been resting here for a little bit. Could the Rays maybe jump on him? Maybe come up with a few runs and start to chip away. Chris Sampson. Red Sox are looking like the 2013 Red Sox. No one gave them a chance. You know, it's funny. Back in 2013, I really started to believe in that team. I started to believe in that team after we got Jake Peavy. I really thought, I'm like, you know, this team might have a chance. They needed another starting pitcher. I knew they did. And when they got Peavy, I was ecstatic. And when I saw Jake Peavy throw a complete game for the Red Sox, I believe it was against the Dodgers in Dodger Stadium. And when I saw that, I really started to think, wow, they're doing really good. And when the Red Sox, they never lost more than 3 games in a row that year. That was that, I felt that, wow, maybe this team actually really has a chance. But I knew it was going to be tough. I knew it was going to be tough, especially against the Tigers that year. That was a good Tigers team that year. Jacob Toon, I'm speechless right now. I'm heartbroken. I know it's only the 3rd, but I don't know what to say. Dulcie Maris, you could say that he has come to Rue McClanahan, Golden Girls reference. I am not familiar with Golden Girls, but if I was, I'm sure that would be hilarious. Any type of reference is always funny. Kira Owens, if the Red Sox win, I'm cheering for them. I have a feeling Houston is beating Chicago. I mean, that series is far from over. Have to wait and see what happens there. But Houston, I will say this. I'm not trying to jump too far ahead here, but here's Hunter Renfroe. Coming in relief is JT Chagua. Hasn't given up a run yet in this postseason. Through 3 games, only 1 hit allowed and 1 walk. So Chagua is a good option out of the bullpen for the Rays. But I will say, if this game stays the course and the Red Sox find a way to win this game in advance, and if it ends up being the Astros, I'm going to tell you right now, the Red Sox had Hunter Renfroe hits it deep. That's off the wall. More wall ball for the Red Sox. JD Martinez pumps the brakes at 3rd, but the Red Sox offense, even with a new pitcher, they continue to swing hot bats. Hunter Renfroe put a charge into that one. Off the bat, it looked like it might have been gone. In a lot of other ballparks, that might have been gone. Probably had a good chance to be gone in a lot of other ballparks. But the Green Monster coming into play here. The Red Sox have 2 on here in the bottom of the 3rd, 2 outs. They've already gotten 5 runs in this inning. Rafael Devers with a 3-run home run to get it started. Alex Verdugo with the RBI double. JD Martinez with the RBI base hit. And the Red Sox have a 5-0 lead. 2 runners on after the Hunter Renfroe double. Here's the hero from last night, Christian Vasquez. Can Vasquez come through again? Has a base hit already. He is back up for the 2nd time this inning. A base hit here could give the Red Sox a 7-0 lead. 5-0 lead right now for the Red Sox. Christian Vasquez asks for a timeout. It's Cat. It's only the 3rd inning. The Rays could still come back. I agree. You can always chip away. Look what the Red Sox did in Game 2. Christian Vasquez puts a good swing into it, but fouls it back. 0-2 count. Chris Sale with a smile on his face. Could we see Chris Sale at some point? Eduardo Rodriguez is looking sharp. But you gotta remember, Eduardo Rodriguez, while this offense has been fun for Red Sox fans here in the bottom of the 3rd, Eduardo Rodriguez has been sitting down for a little bit. pitchers, when they get cold, they can come out a little rusty. Christian Vasquez swing and a miss, and Chagua gets out of it. But what an inning for the Boston Red Sox. Rafael Devers with a 3-run home run, Alex Verdugo and JD Martinez each driving in a run, and the Red Sox have a 5-0 lead against the best team in the American League. Scott Sterling, I think Sale will have another chance to start. I agree. I think Chris Sale will definitely have another chance to start. Kira Owens, all those runs came with 2 outs. The Red Sox have hit well with 2 outs this year. Over 200 people in the chat. What's going on, everyone? How are we doing? Man, oh man. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of a weird spot, for me where, I'm trying, not to be Giraffe Neck Robbie. I'm trying not to be the biased Red Sox fan, but, because I always want to stay down the middle. I always want to stay as unbiased as possible. Because to me, I think that's just important. If you're going to have a channel, and that goes for, the other baseball YouTubers out there, I think you need to keep a perspective down in the middle. That's how I think. But I'm not going to lie. It's a bit of a weird spot when my Red Sox have a 5-0 lead and they're 1 win away from going to the championship series. I'm not going to lie. It's a pretty weird spot. It's kind of, especially when you really want to stay down the middle. It's, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, Raptor Jesus, I know I can root for my team. I know I can. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure we're staying down the middle. Staying down the middle. I mean, Kira, I'm not going to lie. I will be, if I can be honest, I am definitely happy right now, but there's a lot of baseball left. We saw that in game 2. So I mean, the way Eduardo Rodriguez is pitching, I'm feeling pretty good. I can't lie. But also, he did sit down for a little while. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Rays come back with a run here in this inning. But then, I mean, if they don't, that's not going to be good. I think this is a big inning here for the Rays. They need to come out swinging. They got the top of the lineup coming up. They need to come back here with at least a run. They got to get something on the board here. They got to answer back. So, Eduardo Rodriguez, he sat down for a little while there. He got to watch the offense go to work. But pitchers, when they sit down for a little bit, they can definitely get cold. So, it's going to be up to Eduardo Rodriguez to, these Rays hitters, second time through the lineup, they're going to come out swinging here. Here's Randy Arozarena, top of the 4th. And Arozarena gets it started with a base hit. Just like I said, you got to be aggressive if you're the Rays. You have to be aggressive. You got to come out swinging. Eduardo Rodriguez right off the bat, after a Red Sox outburst there in the 3rd, Eduardo Rodriguez already giving up a base hit on the first pitch. Eduardo Rodriguez, the first Red Sox pitcher to retire the first 9 batters in a postseason start since John Lester. John Lester did it back in 2013. Yeah, Matt Benson, me too. Yeah, my TV's definitely behind. But Randy Arozarena right off the bat, getting it started with an opposite field base hit. They got to run around. Wander Franco comes up. The Rays know what they have to do here. Their season is on the line. I expect the Rays to be very aggressive here through this, the second time through their lineup. Wander Franco rips it to the left side, but foul. 213 people in the chat. Everyone, thank you so much for coming in tonight. If anyone is new, hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of postseason baseball coming up. But this game was moving rather quickly, and it really slowed down there. So let's see how the pace of this game goes moving forward. Ryan Brazier already warming up. Alex Cora, he knows Eduardo Rodriguez, he has to have a short leash with him. While a 5-run lead is nice, no lead is good at all with this Tampa Bay Rays offense. No lead is safe. Bruce Bainan. I think Terry Francona's Indians are going to mutually part ways. You know, Bruce, I'm going to be honest with you. When I did go check out my video I did of MLB managers on the hot seat. I actually ended up getting a pretty good amount of views on that video, but it's around 40 minutes long, but I broke it up into chapters. And I actually wonder that. I'm wondering that. I wonder if Terry Francona and the Guardians now, I wonder if they end up maybe parting ways. You know, I don't know. I feel like he'll end up coming back next year, but I wouldn't be surprised if Francona's, not going to stick around too much longer. I wouldn't be surprised to see that this year. I feel like the Indians, oh boy. I'm still saying the Indians. Oh my God. I'm going to have a hard time with that. Oh, there's a pop-up in the infield, and he's got it. Kyle Schwarber puts him out, and there's the first out for Tampa Bay. But yeah, I would not be surprised if Terry Francona, I think that they love him in Cleveland, but he has health things going on, but he had some surgeries. He took off the rest of the year. I think you're going to see Terry Francona. He'll come back next year. I think he'll come back, but depending on how next year goes, I wonder how long Francona, if they don't have a good season, I wonder how long he stays around. Dulcie Maris, wonder who will hire Joey Cora as a coach now that he is available. Hey, Dulcie Maris, he's great at helping young infielders. I mean, hey, I'm just saying, Francisco Lindor, he could use a little bit of help out there. He doesn't need help with the defense, but maybe he can figure something out with Francisco Lindor and the bat. Brandon Lau, no hits so far. Thank you in the chat for pointing that out. No hits for Brandon Lau so far in the postseason. He has a 0.000 average after hitting 39 home runs this year. Brad, thank you, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate that. Raptor Jesus, his bat has been quiet. Bob Cashman, could Jace go to the minors to be a coach? I mean, yeah, I don't see why not. I wonder if he ends up getting maybe a bench coach role somewhere too. Yeah, it's Cat. Lau has not been a good bat in the postseason. Had a home run or two in the World Series last year, if I remember correctly. But we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I definitely think, Bob, I think Jace Tingler could get a bench coach role somewhere. I don't think he's going to get a head coach role or a manager role. I could see him being a bench coach. He'll have a job somewhere. So, Bruce Bainan, I could definitely see La Russa being one and done. Yeah, I could too. I absolutely could. Oh, we have hit some lag. Are we here, everyone? Are we here? Sorry, everyone. I hit some lag there. But the bit of the better internet that I have now, it's been able to come back on quicker. So thank you, everyone, for sticking around. Lau is 9 for 91 in the playoffs since last year. What a stat. Eduardo Rodriguez strikes out Brandon Lau, and his postseason demons continue. Any candidates for the Padres job? Until they say no, I'm gonna wonder if Bochy could be the guy for the Padres. I wonder, or Mike Scioscia. I wouldn't be surprised to see Mike Scioscia. With the Angels for all those years, wouldn't be surprised. Eduardo Rodriguez, after a Rosarina got it started with a base hit, he has sat down the next two guys, pop out to Kyle Schwarber and a strikeout to Brandon Lau. Nelson Cruz in on the hands, pops it up in the infield. Christian Arroyo's there, and there's the third out, and Eduardo Rodriguez keeps the ball rolling for the Red Sox. We are through 4 here at the Fens. Yeah, Bob Cashman. I'm still a little unsure of Tony La Russa. I want to see. It really depends on what the White Sox end up doing. It really depends. I think Aaron Boone's done. I think the Yankees would be crazy to keep Aaron Boone around. I don't see. I know they love him there. I get it, but I don't know. Like, you've had 3 seasons where you've gotten progressively worse. And, I know last year was kind of a mirage, just of a season by default, No disrespect to the Dodgers, but in the end, it was just a wackadoodle of a season. But the Yankees had that early exit. They've been a very inconsistent team for the last 2 years. I don't know. I feel like Boone, you gotta part ways. It just doesn't feel right to keep him around. At the end of the day, he doesn't have a contract. So at the end of the day, it would have to be a new contract. So he's technically a free agent. But I don't know. I just don't see how you stick with Boone. I don't. And the fact that there's been no word of any kind of a contract extension, I think Boone's done. I think he's done. Hey, Ron Washington, anonymous, I definitely think could be a candidate as well. Doesn't matter how old you are, you can always come back and manage. Take a look at Tony La Russa and Dusty Baker. No matter, you can be in your 70s and you can still manage. So Ron Washington, he's got to be he's probably in his 70s now, right? Ron. He's got to be in his 70s. Oh, he's almost 69 years old. Okay. But yeah, Ron Washington. Why not? Oh, look at this. Buster Olney 2 hours ago. Buster Olney. The Padres leadership has been asking around about possible candidates such as Ron Washington, Bruce Bochy, Buck Showalter, and there is curiosity about whether Boone will be available. Look at this. Look at this. As a lifelong Padres fan, I say we should hire Aaron Boone. He's clearly the best candidate. I don't want Bochy. Boone is much younger and cooler. Again, just an honest, lifelong Padres fan. No, Brandon Rogers. He will not be soon. Well, no, this is no. Wait, was it a joke? I don't know. I don't know. Is that actually real? But either way, very interesting. Could you see? I could see Aaron Boone getting a job somewhere. I really could. I think if you let Aaron Boone kind of do his thing a little bit, I kind of want to see Aaron Boone kind of have a little bit more, leeway with the lineup. I want to see what Boone can do. He basically works side by side with the Yankees front office when it comes to the lineups every day, when it comes to decisions. Let managers manage. Be involved with the front office. I agree. It is a team effort at the end of the day. But Christian Arroyo, ground ball to short. Franco has it on to first, and there's the first out. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to see what Boone. I'm curious to see what Boone could do with another team. I think that could be really interesting. If I were to, not seeing anything here about Mike Scioscia. Is there anything about Mike Scioscia? Any news on him? I mean, he was just managing Team USA. So, I mean, I don't know. He seems like a pretty good candidate. Here we go. The Athletic, they came out with an article 4 hours ago. Who will be the next Padres manager? And there's a fly ball to right. Brandon Lau has it, and there's 2 outs. Kyle Schwarber flies out to right. 2 outs here. But here we go. 12 candidates from the Athletic of who could be the next manager. So, hey, for you all that don't have a membership with the Athletic, I have you covered here. I gotta hold on. I gotta log in first. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, so they got Bruce Bochy, future Hall of Fame manager, 3 World Series championships, 4 National League pennants, started his managerial career with the Padres from 95 to 2006. Who remembers Bruce Bochy with the Padres back in the late 90s, early 2000s to mid 2000s? Finishing first in 4 different seasons, was voted NL Manager of the Year in 1996. But then obviously Bruce Bochy, known for all those championships with the Giants, won 3 World Series with the Giants. So, why not? Ron Washington, 69, managed the Texas Rangers from 2007 to 2014. Ground ball up the middle. He has it. And Kike Hernandez grounds out. And the Rays, what feels like for the first time in a little bit here, they have a clean inning. But they have Ron Washington. Here we go. His overall managerial record is 664 and 611. 4 consecutive 90-win seasons from 2010 to 2013. Washington finished in the top 5 in AL Manager of the Year voting on 3 different occasions. But hey, remember, he did not get fired. He did not get fired. He resigned. So he was a finalist for the Braves managerial opening in 2016, but lost out to Brian Snitker. He has always had an aggressive style that would work well with the Padres offense, and he's always trying to push the envelope on the bases. He's presently on the Braves coaching staff and deserves a lot of credit for his hard work with the best defensive infield in the sport. He has a tremendous work ethic, strong communication skills, and a high baseball IQ, and is respected throughout the game. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Sounds like Ron Washington. I feel like Ron Washington could actually be a stronger candidate, even more strong than a Bruce Bochy. Bochy's been out of the game here for a little bit. So Ron Washington is still in the game. So I don't think Luis Rojas is going to get a manager job. I feel like he could end up staying with the Mets in a different role. Buck Showalter, I don't know. Says here he knows the game inside and out, would love one more opportunity to manage. He has connections to the Padres, including third baseman Manny Machado, who's a big fan of Bucks. Remember the Orioles days? So here's Mike Scioscia. Managed the Angels from 2000 to 2018. Remember Mike Scioscia? I think a lot of people don't realize how long he managed the Angels. Finished first or second in 10 of his 19 years. Won the World Series in 2002. Surrounds himself with a strong coaching staff and delegates authority. He won AL Manager of the Year in 2002, 2009, and has publicly left open the possibility of returning to managing if the right opportunity arrived. Certainly, the Padres fit that category. This past year, he managed the U.S. Olympic baseball team and led them to the silver medal in Tokyo. I think the best 3 candidates, you got to think Ron Washington, Bruce Bochy, Mike Scioscia. I think those are the 3 guys. But then you got some, I don't know, do they go, I feel like in my gut, I feel like the Padres go with a guy. I don't think they're going to go with, one of these guys who could be like a first-time manager. I don't think they're going to do it. It just feels like the Padres, they got a superstar team. I feel like they're going to go with someone, like a big-name guy. It just feels like that's what's going to end up happening. But here we go. Back to the game. Robbie, who do you think is the best manager in baseball? I'm being biased, but I think Alex Cora. I think Alex Cora is the best manager in the game. I mean, just look at what he's done. He won a World Series his first year with the Red Sox. He's come back this year. The Red Sox are now 1 win away. I honestly think, in my personal opinion, I think Alex Cora is the MVP of this team this year. I think he has pushed all the right buttons. I think he has gotten the most out of these players. He is very hands-on with the players. Very hands-on. He is very involved. He's involved very much so with Rafael Devers and Xander Bogaerts on the defense. He pushes the envelope when he needs to. He holds back when he needs to. And Alex Cora is very good. Very good. I think Kevin Cash deserves a lot of credit. No disrespect to Kevin Cash. He also, he does work a lot with the analytical department, but I think the guys really respect Kevin Cash, and I think he deserves a lot of credit in that way. So they love him there. So, Alex Cora, very, analytical too. Captain Spartan 04, 199 Super Chat. You're going to mention Luplo stealing your beard. Jordan Luplo. Hitting a grand slam, almost breaking my heart the other night. Actually did for a second. And stealing my beard. Come on, Jordan Luplo. And there's a leadoff double for Jordan Luplo. We have almost the same exact beard. Mine is a little thicker, I will say. I just trimmed mine recently. My beard was starting to get a little thick. Gabe Kapler's really good too. Gabe Kapler, it was weird. Oh, that went right off Devers' glove. What the heck just happened? Gabe Kapler, I wonder, with the Phillies, I wonder what the difference was there. He wasn't very good with the Phillies. He had good players on that team too. Say what you want, but that Phillies team, they've had good players. And he couldn't get anything out of that team. It's really worked out in San Francisco. I'm very happy for Gabe Kapler. John L., do you know off the top of your head what Sox players have a hit tonight? So JD Martinez, Alex Verdugo, Rafael Devers. They have 7 hits tonight. So Christian Vasquez had a base hit. Oh, man. Going blank. I can't see the lineup from here. That's all I can remember right now off the top of my head. I feel like one of those guys have another base hit too. I feel like one of those guys that I mentioned have 2 hits. Oh, yeah. Bogarts had a hit too. Oh, yeah. Renfroe had the double. Oh, thank you. All right. I got, 4 or 5 out of the 7 hits. So I'll take it. Especially with my potato brain. Hey, Dylan, very interesting, that you say that in the chat. Pedro Basillo just subscribed. Welcome to the channel. But very interesting you mentioned that. I remember when the Giants first brought in, looks like a blooper down the right field line. That's a foul ball. But, when the Giants initially brought in Gabe Kapler, I saw a lot of Giants fans sort of kind of like, huh? Like, wait, Gabe Kapler? Why are we bringing in Gabe Kapler? But Lane Kerner, are you going to watch Arizona fall ball? I'll definitely keep my eye on the stats and everything. If I catch a game, I'll definitely put it on. I'm not going to be like, like massively, like very, like I'm not going to follow it like to a T, but I'll definitely be keeping up with the stats. That's a good time to keep an eye on prospects. Abhishek Dubey. Hello, sir, from India. Hello, my friend. Hello. How you doing, my friend? Welcome, welcome. We got a Red Sox lead here tonight. Let's see if we can get back up to 200 people in the chat. Oh, Robert Kohler. Hello from the Philippines. Go Sox. What's going on? How are we doing? We got some people from all over the place tonight. Any other countries in the chat right now? Any other countries? Yeah, William Henry. They're doing good here. Yep. So yeah, surprisingly enough, we have a few consistent guys here on the channel from Australia. Oh, Ray Diaz from Puerto Rico. Hello. There's a pop-up from Yandy Diaz. That's out to center field. Kike's under it. He comes in. Luplo tags. There's a throw to third. Close, but Luplo gets in. Kike Hernandez tried to gun him down. Just a little off. We got someone from Canada, the LMC show. What's going on? John Beatty from Denver. We got a couple of you from Tampa here. The hockey kid coming in from Canada. That was a close play. Luplo, give him some credit. Oh, Oh, ooh, that angle looked a little close. That actually ended up being a pretty close play. A lot closer than we thought. It looked like he might have just beat it. That angle, when we saw it, it looked like he was in, but then they showed the other angle, and it looked like maybe he was actually out. But it's looking like he was safe. Chris Sampson, he wants the Expos. There's a ground ball to first. Schwarber has it. He takes it himself, steps on the bag, but Luplow able to score, and the Rays have their first run. It is now a 5-1 game. And the Rays are on the board. The way Eduardo Rodriguez has been pitching tonight, this is probably what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to chip away if they want any kind of a shot here of keeping their season alive. Lucas Farrar has just subscribed. Welcome to the channel. Hello, hello. Melissa Zakos, we need Brett Phillips to come in clutch. Gotta love me some Brett Phillips. I fell in love with Brett Phillips in the postseason last year, and then I saw this guy pitching, and it was amazing. Early in the season, who remembers Brett Phillips warming up to pitch? Brett Phillips, I think, is a living legend. And there's Charles YT. Brett Phillips is a legend. There's a ground ball to the right side. Schwarber has it, takes it himself again, and there is the third out. And the Red Sox coming up here in the bottom of the fifth, looking to add on some more. They've had their big inning, a third inning, which consisted of 5 runs. Can the Red Sox add on some more? But how are you guys feeling here in the chat? How are you guys feeling? We got 172 people. Hoping we can get back up to 200. Everyone, please excuse me. I need to take a quick restroom break. Do not go anywhere. I will be right back. You're going to see an empty seat for the next 30 seconds. Be right back. Alrighty, what's going on, everyone? How are we doing? Alrighty. Dulcie Maris, wish we had a mascot that would hop in and dance while he is gone. Could you imagine? Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could invest in something like that. Maybe I can put like a screen. Sarang, I'm so sorry. Sarang Ashik has just subscribed. Welcome to the channel. Hello. Maybe I can get like a giant bobblehead or something that I can just like put right here. He's like, maybe he holds a sign, says that be right back. Should I do that? Or should I do a be right back screen? Huh. I have to come up with something. Maybe I can come up with just like a little weight screen thing where I can put on a little bit of elevator music. We'll have to do something instead of just leaving an empty seat. The ghost of Babe Ruth. Could you imagine? I would love to talk with the ghost of Babe Ruth. Here we go. Andrew Kittredge still in this game. But here's Rafael Devers. Had the 3-run bomb in the third inning. that put the Red Sox out to a 3-0 lead. Postseason history. Most RBIs before the age of 25. Rafael Devers with 20. You got to think if you're the Red Sox. Got to think maybe an extension at some point for Rafael Devers. You would like to keep him in a Red Sox uniform for a long time. You would love to have him in a uniform for a long time, just like they did with Xander Bogaerts. Yeah, Dulce Maris, a screen would be much cheaper. Maybe I can come up with something fun for a Be Right Back screen. Maybe one of those, you know what I always loved? Remember when you had like DVDs and you had the box that would like bounce around, you know? And you always were waiting for it to like go into the corner. Maybe I could do something like that. But it never went into the corner. It would like, here's the corner. It would just hit, right? You know, and you're just waiting for it to just go perfectly in. Rafael Devers shoots it out to left, but he's under it. Austin Meadows records a loud out from Rafael Devers. Oh, Raptor Jesus. That's amazing. Can I make... I'm sure there's something where I could do that. Oh, that'd be hilarious. I got to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if I can make that. I wonder how you could... I mean, I'm sure I could make it myself. It would probably take me a little bit because I'm not very, savvy with that kind of stuff. But I'm sure there might be already something where, where like there's already like a template or something that you can just like insert a picture. I'm sure there's something out there. So I'll have to look into that. That'd be great. I mean, with all these walk-alongs, we're gonna have to. I gotta take a restroom break. Tanner Houck warming up for the Red Sox. Oh, if you're the Rays, you got to be thinking, oh my God, they got Tanner Houck warming up. This guy dominated in Game 2. Dulce Maris, no, probably not. William Henry, thank you, my friend. Thank you. Chris Sampson's not over till the fat lady sings. Still not over until the fat lady sings. Still got to like Boston's chances. I agree. You're sitting pretty right now, but with this Rays offense, no lead is comfy. Bogaerts fouls it back. Andrew Kittredge trying to get the Rays through another scoreless inning. Trying to give the offense another chance to nibble away at this lead. But can the Red Sox keep it going? They got held scoreless in the fourth after the big third inning where they scored 5 runs. But can the Red Sox add on some more? They might need it. Bottom of the fifth, 1-2 count here, 1 out. And Bogaerts hits it to right, but Arozarena's there, and there's the second out. This will bring up Alex Verdugo. On deck, JD Martinez, Hunter Renfroe in the hole. Lane Kerner, absolutely not. No one will be trading for Shohei Ohtani. Absolutely not. I mean, you got to think if you're the Angels, you want to get that guy locked up. Could you imagine if Ohtani became a free agent? I mean, holy cow. That might be, could Ohtani be the first? I mean, if he did it again next year, had another good season like he did. I don't want to say good season, great season, amazing season. Could he be the first $500 million player if he hit the free agent market? It's possible. Charles YT, the Angels should sign Marcus Stroman. I agree. I think they should too. I think they need to add some guys. But you know what the Angels really need to do? They need to add defense. They really need to add defense. They don't have a good defense. Verdugo is making that Mookie Betts trade look a lot better this season. I agree. I still think for the Red Sox to have that be a really good trade for them, you got to have Jeter Downs start looking a little better. He had a terrible season in the minor leagues this year. Ane, do you think we will trade some of our good guys like JD or Verdugo for better pitching and relievers? No, I don't think. No, they're going to hang on to Verdugo. JD Martinez, I don't think they'll trade him. I think JD will opt out of anything. But neither of those guys will get traded. If the Red Sox traded anyone, I mean, I don't even know. I'd have to pull up their contracts. Oh, man, you guys are getting me ready for the offseason already. I love the offseason. Alex Verdugo puts a swing into it. That goes to left. High fly ball on the warning track. But Austin Meadows is there, and there's the third out. Andrew Kittredge has come on and pitched very well so far. But there's the end of the fifth inning. To the sixth inning we go. And for the Rays, Kevin Kiermaier, Randy Arozarena, Wander Franco due up. The Rays looking to chip away at a 5-1 Red Sox lead, but the Red Sox have their eyes on a possible return to the American League Championship Series. But speaking of the Red Sox, someone in the chat asked if the Red Sox could maybe trade a JD Martinez or Alex Verdugo in the offseason. I don't think they do, but let's take a look. What are some moves the Red Sox could make in the offseason? If you're looking at trades, I don't think you really, I don't know. They don't really line up very well with some of these trades. I don't know. It's not, I mean, you're going to hang on to Hernandez. He provides flexibility. I think Kyle Schwarber, very possible he ends up coming back. Very possible. There's a mutual option. But I think Eduardo Rodriguez, I personally think he's going to be on the move. I think he's going to be going somewhere. He's looking great tonight, but I don't think the Red Sox really line up very well with any of their players. Maybe a Bobby Dahlback. Maybe. I think out of any player on the Red Sox, I think you could see Bobby Dahlback maybe get some attention. Because they do have Schwarber, and you do have a Tristan Cassis, in the minor leagues. But that, hey, minor leaguers are never a sure thing. So, do you want to hang on to a Bobby Dahlback? I definitely see you could. There's still a lot of things that Bobby Dahlback could still improve on, but I think a lot of teams could find him very attractive, just because of the age, he has the power. So I don't really see a lot of Red Sox players being huge trade chips. So, but very possible. I could see Dahlback being an option. So the one thing with the Red Sox, they have Dustin Pedroia coming off the books. So that's going to be $12 million coming off. So they're going to have some a little bit of flexibility. So I think you're going to see the Red Sox make some moves. They're definitely going to make some moves. I agree. But as for you're not going to trade away a Chris Sale. I mean, I don't think you would trade away Evaldi. Unless you get blown away with something. I just don't see that. I could maybe see, some teams calling about him. It's possible. But Eduardo Rodriguez back out for the top of the sixth. Yeah, I agree. Charles YT. But that's where you can go to the free agent market. I don't think the Red Sox are going to be big players in the trade market. But I could see them definitely being players in the reliever market. And there's a foul ball to the right side. Kevin Kiermaier up against Eduardo Rodriguez. 0 for 1 tonight. But Eduardo Rodriguez has pitched well so far. Tanner Houck waiting in the wings. Tanner Houck came in for 5 innings in Game 2. Pitched wonderfully. A masterful performance from Tanner Houck out of the bullpen in Game 2. And it looks like he's ready to go. Eduardo Rodriguez, here's the pitch to Kevin Kiermaier. Kevin Kiermaier lifts it to left. That's blooping in, and that falls down. It gets by Verdugo. But Verdugo picks it up, fires to second. Kiermaier has a leadoff double. And you got to think, with a Rosarina coming up, the righty, you got to think that's going to be the end for Eduardo Rodriguez. Got to think that's got to be it. And here's Cora getting Eduardo Rodriguez. And in will come Tanner Houck. What a great night for Eduardo Rodriguez, giving the Red Sox 5 solid innings, giving up 1 run. The fans give Eduardo Rodriguez a round of applause. 1 run on 3 hits. 6 strikeouts on the night for Eduardo Rodriguez. What a fantastic performance. A huge bounce-back performance for Eduardo Rodriguez after that Game 1 performance. Didn't even get 2 innings. We just got a new subscriber. Thank you so much. Dulce Maris, any hot prospects on the way for the Red Sox? Well, if we take a look, I still think Tristan Casas is a little bit far away. Possible, maybe you could see him get some at-bats. Marcelo Mayer, it's going to be a long time before we see him. Duran, what's going to happen with Duran? Overall, he didn't really do anything. He had a couple of home runs. He showed some energy at some points. I think Duran, you're going to see him get a lot of playing time next year. So look out for that. I definitely think you could see guys, Brian Mott is going to come back at some point next year. He had Tommy John. So then, guys like, Brian Bayo, I think you could see him come up next year. Very possible. He had a pretty good year in 2021. Didn't fare as well in Double-A, but he did pretty well in high A ball. He's got a pretty good fastball slider. Jay Groom had glimpses in the minor leagues this year, but overall, not a great year. He did pitch a lot better, surprisingly, in Double-A. He had 3 starts, a 2.30 ERA. So could we maybe see Jay Groom get some action for the Red Sox next year? Very possible. But other than that, Connor Siebold, he did have a start this year. He went 3 innings. I think you could see Connor Siebold maybe compete for a spot in the rotation in spring training. If Eduardo Rodriguez ends up going elsewhere, I think you could see a Connor Siebold. So, and that's another thing, are they okay with parting with an Eduardo Rodriguez? Because you do have someone like a Jay Groom down in the minors who did well in Double-A. So, left-handed guy, could this be the eventual replacement for an Eduardo Rodriguez? They could go to the free agent market for now. Or you could always bring Eduardo Rodriguez back. But it depends on what he's going to want for a contract. So I don't think the Red Sox, they're not going to overpay for him. But here's Tanner Houck, one of the heroes of Game 2 for the Red Sox, coming in and absolutely locking down the Tampa Bay Rays through 5 innings in Game 2. He was masterful in that performance. But here he is, Game 4, looking to help the Red Sox get to the next round. Ooh, slider comes in, almost hits a Rosarina. Angel Calderon, number 21 prospect for the Red Sox. Who is it, 21? Nick Decker. 2021. Rookie A-ball this year. Hit 270 overall in the year. Had a 375 on base. 8 home runs, 40 RBIs. I don't like the amount of strikeouts. 87 strikeouts compared to the 41 walks. But overall, a 375 on base is really good. And he had a 377 on base in A-ball. So, actually, he only played 5 games in rookie ball. So, overall, a really good year. So, then maybe that's someone you could end up seeing at some point. Probably not next year. But keep an eye out for Nick Decker. If you look at his scouting, 45 hit, 50 power. Has a 55 arm, so that's pretty good. So, Hey, don't forget about Josh Winkowski. They got him at one point in the Mets trade, I believe. Or they got him, I think, a part of the Andrew Benintendi trade. How did he do this year? 3.94 ERA this year. AAA Worcester, he had a 2.25 ERA over 2 starts. So, a lot of, hey, the Red Sox. Oh, Rosarina, fly ball to center field. It looked like he got into it at first, but not quite enough. Kike's under it. But there's Brandon Lau. Or no, not Brandon Lau. Sorry. Kevin Kiermaier tagging up, moving on to third. But this is what the Rays need to do. They need to chip away. And they're in a position here to add another run here with one out in the top of the 6th. Brady Johnson, what's going on? How are we doing? Yeah, Chris Sampson, 61 pitches for Houck on Friday. It's been a few days, so he's had a little bit of rest. But here he is, out of the bullpen once again. The Rays have a runner here on third, so a ground out or a fly ball, this could make it a 3-run game. You got a guy that makes a lot of contact in a Wander Franco. Kuho, that's a good point. Who's to say Heim doesn't make a savvy free agent signing? Someone like a Pineda or a Kyung Young Kim? I could see something like that. Wander Franco cranks it to center field. That's gone! Wander Franco with a 2-run home run. And just like that, it's a 2-run game here in Boston. I said this to everyone in the chat. This game is far from over. Tanner Houck coming in so far does not have that same presence that he had in game 2. And right now we have a 2-run game. I said this. It's not over. This Rays team is too good. I hope everyone heard me say that earlier because that's what I was saying. It was only the 3rd inning. There's a lot of baseball left, and with this Rays team, they're just too good. They can just pour runs on. I know it was looking kind of gloomy there, but the Rays now have new life. It's only a 2-run game. Red Sox still hanging on to a 2-run lead, but if you're the Rays, you got to be feeling pretty good right now. But Houck is going to have to come back here and really lock it down like he did in game 2. We're going to really have to see the poise of a Tanner Houck. Brandon Lau, hitless so far in this postseason. But 0-2 count here to Brandon Lau. 1 out. And there's another strikeout of Brandon Lau. Tanner Houck, a big strikeout there after giving up the home run to Wander Franco. Chris Sampson, no, I played high school baseball, but that was it. Baseball is a tough game, man. I was definitely not cut out for baseball, I'll say that. But Wander Franco, huge home run. Huge home run. Top of the 6th here, 2 outs. Nelson Cruz is up. One swing of the bat could make this a 1-run game. He has that much power in that bat, especially here at Fenway Park. GN, can't give up just yet. Yeah, Brady Johnson. I pitched in high school. I was not really much of a hitter. Nelson Cruz, fly ball out to right center. Renfroe is there. And there's the 3rd out. But the Rays answer back. A 2-run home run. It is now a 5-3 game going into the bottom of the 6th. If you're the Red Sox, you're looking to get some insurance here. This Rays team, they're starting to get some energy. They've held the Red Sox scoreless since that third inning 5-run outburst. The Rays right now have the momentum. Got a lot of baseball left here. A lot of baseball left. But how are we doing, everyone? 164 people in the chat. What's going on? How are we doing? Kuho, I wonder if there's an injury bugging Devers. He looks like he's in pain sometimes when the camera focuses on his face. I'm wondering if maybe there's something, maybe like a lower back thing. You know, I'm wondering. But hey, put a charge into one earlier. Looked pretty good. Have to see what ends up happening. Thoughts on Syshek's dumb comments? What were the comments that Syshek made? Oh, the sign stealing thing. Yeah, like, come on. Wait, was that Syshek that made the comments? I thought it was someone else that made I thought it was Ryan Tepera that said something. What were Steve Syshek's comments? I didn't see those. If you're talking about Ryan Tepera, I'm just kind of over guys just accusing of sign stealing. Because it's like, come on now. It happens in the game. It goes back to, the 70s, the 60s, the 50s. It goes back. Teams are always trying to steal signs. It's part of the game. Yeah, do you got to like it? No, obviously, but all teams are doing it. Wouldn't be surprised if the White Sox have done it themselves. Every team does it. It's like, goodness. Like, I'm just so tired of hearing, just cheating in baseball. It's like, it's literally what happens, So, but here we go. Red Sox are going to have to come up with something here because the Rays feel like they have the momentum shifting back to them. But JD Martinez leading it off here. JD Martinez, base hit up the middle, gets through, and the Red Sox, like I just said, answered back. Very aggressive to start things off. But Luis Patino is now on the mound for the Tampa Bay Rays. He has not fared well in this series so far. He's going to have to bounce back. Had a terrible outing in Game 2. And I believe last night, right? Did he pitch in Game 2? I can't remember if he pitched in Game 2 or not. No, I'm thinking last night. It was definitely last night. He was the one that gave up the walk-off home run. So, yeah, some bad luck for Patino in that game. But can he do something here? The Red Sox, they are hungry for a run right now. They're going to have to answer back against the Rays. It feels like they may be grabbing some of this momentum. Can the Red Sox answer here? Hunter Renfroe up. JD Martinez on after a leadoff base hit. Big swing and a miss from Renfroe. Bottom of the 6th here. No outs. 0-2 count. Luis Patino, young fireballer coming in to Tampa Bay from the Tampa Bay Padres trade of Blake Snell. Luis Patino, the big piece coming back to the Rays. One of the top pitching prospects in all of the game. Jake McDonald, I think it was a fair call. It was, it's part of the rules. I don't know, maybe you could look at the rule itself, in the off season, but it's part of the rules and that's what it is. So, Wander Franco Giving some encouragement to Luis Patino. 2-2 count here to Renfroe. Fenway Park in a chant right now. Renfroe fouls it back. Still a 2-2 count. The Red Sox here, J.D. Martinez with a leadoff single off the first pitch that Luis Patino threw. We got a 2-2 count to Hunter Renfroe. Patino comes set. Here's the pitch. A slider away. Hunter Renfroe takes it. Sports with AJ. Wow, the Rays are trying to make a comeback. They are never out of it. Tampa Bay, they are never out of it. I was even saying that in game 2 while I was sitting there watching. They're never out of it. Hunter Renfroe, big swing and a miss. Big fastball on the outside corner, and Luis Patino with a big strikeout there after the leadoff base hit from J.D. Martinez. The Rad Lad. Hey, Robbie, do you watch much baseball? YouTube? Yeah. Hey, your what is it called? Avatar right there, Foolish Baseball. I love me some Foolish Baseball. He's great. Supposedly, Foolish Baseball said a nice thing about me the other day on one of his streams. If anyone has that timestamp, I would love to be able to hear it, because someone in the chat told me that that he said he liked my content. So I would love to be able to, if anyone has the timestamp for that, I would love to hear that. I tried looking for it, but I didn't know. When you're trying to look for something in a 4-hour stream, it's pretty much impossible. But if anyone did hear it, let me know. Yeah, Rad Lad. So he's actually left a comment on one of my videos before. So, hey, to get a stamp of approval from Foolish Baseball, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. Here's Christian Vasquez, 2-0 count. Luis Patino coming in. J.D. Martinez leading off the inning with a base hit. Getting a big strikeout of Hunter Renfroe, but here's Christian Vasquez, hero of Game 3, trying to keep it going here. Luis Patino throwing some gas tonight. Big swing and a miss. Yeah, Rod Ladd. If that was the case, I'm not sure if, he actually did say something, if, whoever told me that in the chat, made it up or whatever. But if he actually did say that, I'm, very, very thankful for that. A little past 9:10 here on the East Coast. Bottom of the 6th here, Fenway Park. Christian Vasquez up against Luis Patino. 2-1 count, 1 out, 5-3 Red Sox. Big swing and a miss from Christian Vasquez. We're even at 2. Hey, Savage Langley, what's going on? Luis Patino looking for a strikeout. Struck out Renfroe, and he's looking to strike out Vasquez as well. The Rays bullpen, other than McClanahan, coming through here. Big swing and a miss. Another big swing and a miss from Christian Vasquez, and he sits down. Luis Patino, back-to-back strikeouts, and that's big. This Rays team, they're trying to chip away. And they need one more out here to keep the Red Sox scoreless for a third straight inning. Kara Owens, John Gruden just parted ways with the Raiders? Really? Seriously? No, he didn't. Oh my God! Wow. John Gruden no longer the head coach of the Raiders. Wow, he resigned. Wow, as of 5 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago. Oh wow, he got the out. Yandy Diaz. What an out. Not a great throw. But he got him. Wow. Yandy Diaz. Wasn't the best throw, but it just landed in the right spot. Oh my. Could that be a representation of the Rays trying to play comeback here against the Red Sox? Just enough. Could that be a visualization of the Rays comeback here tonight, if they can come back? Because that honestly feels like how it's going right now. The Rays have the momentum. Three scoreless innings since that 5-run outburst in the third. The Rays are going to come back up here in the top of the 7th. They got 9 more outs to play with, and with the Rays, that's a lot of outs. Hey, Savage Langley, what's going on? Man, wow. I mean, I know this is not baseball related, but John Gruden. Wow. How are the Raiders doing so far this year? They were... Where were they in the standings? They were 3-2. So, wow. I've always liked John Gruden. I guess there was some stuff going on in some emails. I'm not really sure what. I mean, I guess they found some more stuff in the emails. I'm not really sure. There was one thing he said where it was like, I guess some people took it as like a racial thing. And I don't know, when I read it, it didn't, at least the one that I read, it didn't really come off as like a racial thing to me. It came off as like he was calling someone a liar. But then again, I can understand why people could interpret it in that way. But I haven't read any of the new, if there's anything new that's come out. I don't know. But then again, it was also like 10 years ago, when he said stuff. And it's just like, come on. How many years ago? It's like, I mean, there comes a time where sometimes you just got to let some stuff go. It's like, I don't know. Especially when it's like up for interpretation, I don't know. Just, I don't know. But I don't know what the latest information is. So, Raiders players quit on Gruden after the loss to the Bears. It sounded like, yeah, Dylan, I'll have to read more about that. So, I'm only going off of the first thing that I read, which I think a lot of people can agree. The first thing that he said, 10 years ago or whatever it was, felt a little bit up to interpretation. So, but if there was more stuff that came out and, didn't sound very good, then, I do think at the end of the day, if stuff that was said like years and years ago, I think sometimes I think it's fine to just be able to move on, but it depends on what was said. So I'm not really going to make any more comments about it because I haven't fully read, so I don't want to give a thought on something I don't know anything about. So, Franier, what's going on? Welcome back. Rad Lad. Yeah, I'm a Patriots fan. Mac Jones is looking pretty good. Cool, Genuine Phil. Raiders won first 3 games, and then the email news surfaced and players took it personally. Yeah, I did see some players. It sounded like some players were just like, hey, whatever, we move on, And then there were some players, I saw someone said like no comment or something like that. I don't know. I'm wondering if maybe there was a little more like if some players were quick to dismiss, or didn't, or right away, weren't, didn't like what was said. Maybe there was kind of more stuff going on behind the scenes. Maybe some people were unhappy behind the scenes. I mean, other than, besides that. So Maybe it was already kind of bumpy. Not really sure. So, hello, Kay. I love your channel. Super big fan here since you were at like 700 subs. Hey, welcome, my friend. Hey, glad to have you here. Man, 700 subscribers. We were there at, when was that? We got to 1,000 on my birthday. Literally on my birthday, I had 1,000 subscribers. But that was back in 2020. So that was about a year and a half ago. No, a little less than a year and a half ago. That's crazy. June of 2020, we had 1,000 subscribers. Now it's October, a year and 4 months later, we're at, almost 15,000. So crazy. Hey, glad you've been here for a while, my friend. Thank you. But here we go. Rays back up. Ji-Man Choi, Josh Taylor is in. Tanner Houck's night is done. Gave up the home run to Wander Franco. But Josh Taylor, who's had himself a good year this year, he's in to face the lefty Ji-Man Choi. The Red Sox bullpen, which has been a bit of a weak point going down the stretch, they're going to have to put together something here to finish off this game. And that's not been easy for this Red Sox bullpen going down the stretch. Sure, they've gotten great performances from Nick Pivetta and Tanner Houck in this series, but Nick Pavetta's not available tonight. Tanner Houck did come in, not the same Tanner Houck that we saw in Game 2. So this Red Sox bullpen, they're going to have some other guys step up. Will it be there? We'll have to see. 0-2 count here to Ji-Man Choi. Josh Taylor comes set. Big cutter. Big swing and a miss. And there's the first out. But it is 9:23. So the Giants and the Dodgers coming on in 7 minutes. It's 9:23 here on the East Coast. Hey, Fran, your ball Makeda has become an all-star. Thank you so much, Fran, for becoming a member of the channel. Really appreciate that. There it is. Franier Ball Makeda has become a member. Zach Hampel caught Franco's homer. Seriously? What can Zach Hampel just stop it? He's like, how? I don't understand. How does he? There has to be times where, because he's aggressively going for, home run balls. There's got to be times where he's had to be pushing and shoving. Has to be times. Hasn't he written something about how he does it? Honestly, it's really impressive. He caught Devers' home run? How does he do it? I don't get it. I want to know how Zach Hampel does it. Here we go. 1-2 count. Yandy Diaz, Josh Taylor. Taylor comes set. Here's the pitch. There's a ball in the dirt. But yeah, hello, Kay. I think he's written something about how he does it. I feel like he has a book. Does he have a book? I feel like he has a book. Yeah, Franier Ball Makeda, I honestly think I might lose it, but I'm not jumping to any conclusions here. We got a lot of baseball left. Top of the 7th here, 2-2 count, 1 out. Yandy Diaz is up. Josh Taylor, fastball up and in. That brushes him back, and now we get a full count. But Franier, I want to thank you again for becoming a member. Really appreciate that. I think we might now have over 20 members. Yandy Diaz pops it up. It was a slider up. Kike Hernandez is there, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Yeah, I feel like we might have over 20 members now. Let's take a look. We're almost at 14.4. Here we go. Austin Meadows had the long at-bat against Eduardo Rodriguez in the beginning of the game. 0 for 2 overall on the night. Josh Taylor needing 1 more out to get to the bottom of the 7th. Austin Meadows, ground ball to the right side. Arroyo has it on to first, and there's the 3rd out. The Red Sox are 6 defensive outs away. But that's a lot of outs against the Tampa Bay Rays. And the Red Sox bats will come up for the bottom of the 7th. So for memberships, we are now at 25 members overall. So, wow. Hitting a bit of a milestone there. Bit of a milestone. But the Red Sox have a lot of work to do here. Danny Trejo, Yankee fan, rooting for a Game 5 at the Trop. Are you going? I will not. If that ends up happening, I won't go to that. You know, I got work this week. There's no way. There's no way. But there's definitely a possibility that could happen. Chupapi Muñano, what's going on? Zach Hampel was wearing a bright yellow t-shirt. Let's see. Bill Carmody. Let's go Red Sox. They got 6 more to go. Cool Genuine Phil, Houck, Brazier, Whitlock, Robles, and Pivetta have done well in the bullpen. Yeah, they've done well in this postseason. The bullpen down the stretch, they were scaring me, man. They were scaring me. But, they've been pretty solid in this postseason. Robert Kohler, what's going on with the game? We got a 5-3 game here at Fenway. Lane Kerner, do you see the Giants winning? That's a tough one to predict tonight. Tough one. Because you got Scherzer on the mound tonight. I do like Alex Wood. I think it's going to be close. That's a tough one to call, man. I don't know. I'm actually kind of stumped on that game. I'm kind of stumped. I could see the Dodgers winning tonight, and I could see the Giants tying it up tomorrow. I think it's going 5. I'm not sure how it goes tonight, but I think the series goes 5 games. But here we go. Kyle Schwarber up. Josh Fleming is in. Not a great season from Josh Fleming. A 10-8 record, an ERA over 5. But let's pull up the stats for Josh Fleming just to get a good idea of how exactly he is doing. Let's go to Fangraphs. Josh Fleming. How's that FIP looking? So he pitched in the regular season. He allowed a run on 2 hits in 1/3 of an inning, taking the loss against the Yankees in that last series. But overall, Josh Fleming. Now, the ERA is a 5.09, but FIP is a 4.27. So keep an eye out for that. He's not a big strikeout guy. He's not going to give up a lot of home runs. So more of a play to contact kind of a guy. Gets a good amount of ground balls. His ground ball percentage is actually down a lot compared to what it's been in the last few years. Still pretty high at 55%. But Josh Fleming, they're looking for another scoreless inning. The Red Sox have been held scoreless to every inning except the third, where they exploded for 5 runs. Chupapi Muñano, he says, it's going to be 7-6 Rays in the bottom of the ninth. With 2 outs, the Rays give up a walk and then a home run. I'll say this right now. If the Red Sox get a home run to win the game, I might lose my mind. I might literally lose my mind, which is really hard because I would just explode at something like that. But I also have neighbors, and I got to keep that in mind. I can't just be like screaming at the top of my lungs because I gotta be aware of the neighbors. I actually got a note last year during the World Series when Brett Phillips, Kyle Schwarber, ground ball to the right side. Ji-Man Choi has it. He takes it himself, steps on the bag, and there's the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. But yeah, when Brett Phillips got that walk-off last year, that crazy walk-off of the Rays and the Dodgers, I was screaming at the top of my lungs. I woke up to a note on my doorstep saying, hey, you got to keep it down. So I'm definitely more aware of that this year. So, like, I've been a little loud at a couple of things, so I got to make sure I don't go overboard. Here we go. Dodgers and Giants, they are underway in L.A. But we got a good one here at Fenway. It's 5-3 Red Sox. Bottom of the 7th here, Kike Hernandez, 0 for 3 tonight. He's had a big series overall, but he's been relatively quiet here tonight. Can Hernandez get something started here in the 7th? The Red Sox bats have gone cold since the 3rd inning. Josh Fleming gets a called strike for the first strike of the at-bats, a 3-1 count. Hernandez 0 for 3 tonight, looking to make it happen. Hernandez rips it to the left side in his first hit of the night. Fleming left a sinker up. And the Red Sox have a runner on here in the bottom of the 7th. And up comes Rafael Devers. The Red Sox got the meat of the order coming up. Jose Estrada, my school said if the Red Sox win, no school tomorrow. Really? Is that actually true? No way. I could see if the Red Sox won the World Series, then you have a day off in all of Boston. Ryan Brazier warming up in the bullpen. He looks like he's ready to come in at any moment in the top of the 8th. But here's Rafael Devers. Kike Hernandez with 1 out, got a base hit to left. Rafael Devers, can he keep it going? The Red Sox would love to get an insurance run. But here's Josh Fleming. He comes set. Rafael Devers steps in. Rafael Devers shoots at the center field, and that's going to be a base hit. Kike Hernandez, he rounds second. There's a throw to third. Play at third. And Hernandez is safe. And the Red Sox have runners on the corner. What hustle for Kike Hernandez. Sound FX, good evening. Hello, hello. Braves looking great after today's 3-0 win. Still got to take care of business tomorrow in Game 4. And then you could have your second chance in the National League Championship Series. I think the Braves, I'm going to be on the record here. I actually really think, when you really think about it, I think the Braves actually could get to a World Series. I really like their starting pitching. I love the offense. I really think you could see the Braves. I think so. They were really close last year. They were 1 win away. It's going to be really tough, but don't count out the Braves in this postseason. Don't count them out. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised if you saw the Braves. Oh, my God. Kuho, could you imagine Ronald Acuna coming back? Ugh. I would not be surprised at all to see the Braves make it. You know, a team that no one is really kind of talking about. You know, people were talking more about the Milwaukee Brewers. Most people were giving the Milwaukee Brewers the series win. And right now, the Braves are on the cusp. Bill Carmody, off topic, but what does your shirt say? It says, Boston Bangs. It is from, what website is it? Breaking Tees? Breaking Tees? Breaking and Tees. They make a whole bunch of baseball shirts. Very, very cool looking shirts. They got a lot of them. Yeah, Jakey boy, Ian Anderson, he had a great start today. I honestly, Lane Kerner, I had the Braves winning in 4. I think the Braves are I think they're gonna shut it out. I'm not impressed with the Brewers. I would love to see them go far, but I'm just not impressed with that team. You know, everyone looks at the starting pitching, but if you have no offense, the bullpen is kind of mediocre. It's not a great bullpen. You know, and I'm not impressed with that Brewers team. In the regular season, sure, but you know, when you're going up against the Pirates and the Cubs, you know, and like it's whatever. But in the postseason, sure, starting pitching is great. I love that. But you need more than just starting pitching in the postseason. You need guys that are going to come up with timely hits. You need guys. I mean, you had Rowdy Tellez come up with a timely hit, but you need consistent offense as well. You need an offense that's going to be able to put the pressure on. And the Brewers' offense doesn't do that. It's not a good offense. But here we go. Back to game 4. Wander Franco is the 3rd youngest all-time with a home run in back-to-back postseason games. 3rd youngest of all time. Wander Franco is going to be a really good player. He's going to be stupid good. He's only in his first year, and this guy, it feels like he's been in the major leagues now it feels like he's been like a veteran for like 5 years. Sound effects. The problem with the Brewers is that they have no offense. Jock Peterson from the bench is single-handedly beating the Brewers offense right now. It's crazy. Yeah, Kira Owens. Yeah, whatever happened to Chris Archer? Man. Walter Hernandez. Oh, man. We're not, we haven't reached that point yet. But here we go. Xander Bogaerts on. Or Xander Bogaerts up. Runners on the corners. Bottom of the 7th here, 1 out. 98 miles an hour from Pete Fairbanks. They're bringing in the heavy guns here. Pete Fairbanks, a pretty solid season. Hasn't fared too well in this postseason so far. He's given up a couple of runs. But Xander Bogaerts looking to make something happen here against Pete Fairbanks. This was a guy that was just pitching in the World Series last year. Can the Rays get out of this jam? Rafael Devers had a base hit to center field. Kike Hernandez turned the Jets on, and he went from first to third on the Rafael Devers base hit. And the Red Sox are threatening here. This could go many different ways. A hit here could make this a 6-3 game, or one ground ball could get the Rays out of the inning. 0-2 count here to Xander Bogaerts. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out. The Red Sox threatening for the first time since the 3rd inning, it feels like. The Red Sox with their first real chance since that 5-run outburst. Can they add on to their lead? They really could use some insurance, especially with this Rays offense. Here's Fairbanks. The pitch. 98. But just misses. Bogarts fouls it away. Had a good swing, but a little late. Xander Bogaerts here, 1-2 count. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out. Runners on the corners, 5-3 Red Sox. Fairbanks holds for a long time, and the umpire calls time. Like I said, this could go many different ways. One swing could make this an 8-3 game, could make it a 6-3 game, or one swing could get the Rays out of this inning. Could they get a double play? And there's a ground ball to the left side. On to second. On to first. And the Rays get a huge double play. And it feels like the Rays just keep building the momentum. And the Rays are in this. The Red Sox could have really put this game out of reach. But the Rays are hanging tough. They got 6 more outs to work with something here. I'm telling you, everyone, I'm not feeling, I don't know. This Rays team, they are just relentless, and they are really good at the end of games. Really, really good. Oh, man. Let's see how the Rays performed in late inning situations, not in high leverage situations. Let's go take a look. So let's go to the splits leaderboard. How did the Rays perform late in games? So let's go to the team stats. Let's put up all the filters. Let's just go for 7th, or let's go to the 8th and the 9th innings. How did the Rays do in these innings? WRC plus. Everyone, I'm just saying, Tampa Bay this year in the 8th and the 9th innings, they have the highest WRC plus in these innings. They're hitting 260 in the late innings with a 352 on base. I'm just saying, everyone, a WRC plus of 120, that's the highest in Major League Baseball this year in the 8th and the 9th innings. So this team is far from done. Edmund 19, what do you think St. Louis needs to do? They need to add starting pitching. Absolutely. They have a great defense. I think Eduardo Rodriguez would be a perfect addition to that rotation. I think the Cardinals, I think they just need starting pitching depth. I think that's it. Another, it never hurts to add someone for the bullpen. But yeah, Jakey boy, I agree with you. I think Ohtani's the MVP. No disrespect to Vlad. He had an amazing season, but there's been no one like Ohtani. There's been no one like him. Jakey boy, Richard Rodriguez. I think he was really solid. I think he's more of a, he's not really a strikeout guy. I think he's more of like a really solid middle relief setup guy for you. I think for the Braves, I think he was really good for them. Let's actually pull up Richard Rodriguez. Richard Rodriguez stats. Wait, no, I don't want to go to MLB.com. Let's go to Baseball Reference. How did he do with the Braves? With the Braves this year, a 3.12 ERA. However, with Richard Rodriguez, take note, a 6.17 FIP. That is a drastic difference. So he's under contract now until 2024. Or he's arbitration eligible until 2024. But the Rays, I've already mentioned this. If you are just joining, the Rays in the 8th and 9th innings this year, they were the best team in these situations offensively in these innings. They had the highest WRC plus. They had the highest batting average. They had the highest on-base percentage. They had the 3rd highest slugging. They had the highest OPS. They had the 8th highest ISO percentage. They had the highest batting average on balls in play. This Rays team is very dangerous late in games. The Red Sox bullpen struggled down the stretch. They're going to have to come through here. There's a fly ball to right. And Zunino hits it off the wall. And Zunino has a leadoff double. Everyone, I'm just saying. I'm just saying here. I've just presented the stats. They are extremely good late in games. And the Red Sox, their bats have gone cold. It feels like the Rays have just been chipping away, and they're continuing to chip away. This Red Sox bullpen has been a weak point. It feels like right now the momentum is in the Rays' favor. It has felt like that since the Rays got a run there in the 5th. They got the home run from Franco in the 6th. The Rays right now, they feel like a team that could really do something here. Against Ryan Brazier, he's been a bit up and down. He's been pretty solid in the postseason so far. Kevin Kiermaier had the double in the 6th inning. He has scored a run. Kevin Kiermaier falling victim to that horrible luck of a ground rule double in Game 3. Ryan Brazier comes set, 1-0 count. There's a big swing and a miss from Kevin Kiermaier, 96 on the outer half. Ryan Brazier is going to have to come back with something here for the Red Sox. I think right now the key for the Red Sox is just stop any kind of momentum that the Rays build, because it feels like they have a lot of it right now. But can they do something here? Ryan Brazier comes set, 1-1 count. Kevin Kiermaier batting 9th tonight. Kevin Kiermaier shoots it to right, and that's a gapper, and that falls in, I guess, to the wall. Renfroe throws it in. Here comes Zunino. He scores, and Kevin Kiermaier back-to-back doubles for the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Rays are within 1. Am I just telling the future right now? I mean, everyone, I've been saying this since the Red Sox scored 5. You can't count this Rays team out. You cannot. Go back into this stream. I've been saying this the entire time. The Rays have the momentum. That 5-run inning, sure, it looked great. It was fun. You cannot, I'm just saying, you can't let up on this Rays team. Ryan Brazier, I am not a fan of Ryan Brazier. I've never been a fan. Sure, he's had some good moments, but Ryan Brazier, he kills me. I never feel confident with him on the mound. He never gives me that sure feeling kind of a thing. And I don't know. I don't like this situation at all. I don't like it. I've been feeling like the Rays, they've just been, right now the Rays, they are a team that has the energy. Sports with AJ, Red Sox confirmed win. But Ryan Brazier, after a mound visit, trying to regroup here. Randy Arozarena, 1 for 3 tonight, looking to tie the game. Got to be careful with a Randy Arozarena. One swing of the bat, and the Rays could have a lead. Ryan Brazier, big fastball, big swing and a miss from Randy Arozarena. Austin Davis, Garrett Whitlock warming in the pen. Ryan Brazier, slider, down in the dirt. 1-1 count. Back-to-back doubles have given the Rays a run this inning, and there are still no outs. It's a 5-4 Boston lead. The Rays have chipped away ever since the Red Sox put 5 on them in the 3rd. Ryan Brazier comes set. The pitch. Randy Arozarena. Base hit to the right side. Hunter Renfroe has it. Here comes Kiermaier, and the Rays have tied the game. Randy Arozarena, his postseason success continues. And Ryan Brazier lets it go for the Red Sox. After the Red Sox jumped out to a huge lead, the Red Sox now feel like they're almost down by 10 runs. This Rays offense feels like they're just going to keep going here. Everyone, I've been saying this now. I've been saying this. You know, people were saying to me in the comments, Robbie, just say it's over. But I know this Rays team. You got the numbers to back it up. They are extremely good late in games. There was a lot of time. There was a lot of baseball left. Sure, the Red Sox scored 5 there, but their bats have been cold ever since. And the Red Sox still don't have an out. And Garrett Whitlock will be coming in for Ryan Brazier. Brennan, great effort by the Red Sox, but the better team always finds a way to scrap it out and win. Not a fan of either team, but I kind of knew this was going to happen. Yeah, it's not looking great. It's not looking great for the Red Sox, but they have one of their better relievers coming in. Can he lock this down? But right now, the Rays, it feels like all the momentum in the world is on their side. Ooh, Ian McDonald didn't even realize I had a pun. Yeah, it's Cat. ALDS, very stressful. It's a very stressful one. Everyone, thank you for coming in. We're almost back up to 200 people. I appreciate you stopping by tonight. If anyone's new, hit that subscribe button for me. We're trying to get to 15,000 subscribers by the end of the playoffs. The Rays are in a good spot right now. They got a runner on second, top of the 8th here, no outs. The momentum has shifted here in Boston. Coming up, Wander Franco hitting .389 this postseason, has two home runs this postseason, one tonight. Garrett Whitlock is going to have to come up big if the Red Sox want to hang on to this game. This game rests on Garrett Whitlock, arguably their best reliever this year. All the pressure is on Whitlock because the Rays, they have all of the momentum right now. Ian McDonald, thank you for subscribing, my friend. Krista Borg says, I'm scared. Yeah, as a Red Sox fan, I'm not feeling too great right now. But yeah, you got to give the Rays a lot of credit. They fell down early. It looked bad, but they kept their composure. The bullpen has come up big. They've chipped away. The Rays bullpen has been fantastic this year. Not surprised to see them come up big. Here's Garrett Whitlock, comes in. Nate Coate just subscribed. Hello, everyone. What's going on? We're almost up to 200 people in the chat. But Garrett Whitlock had a really good season. The Red Sox got him for free. They got him for free from the Yankees in the Rule 5 draft. And how funny was it that Garrett Whitlock ended up shutting down the Yankees to end that game in the wild card game? I thought that was hilarious. I'm not trying to, sound like a biased Red Sox fan here, but I mean, come on. The irony of that was hilarious. But he's got a big task here, and he's standing at the plate. Wander Franco, he has been sensational in his rookie season, and he has been fantastic in this series, hitting .389 this series. You got to remember, this guy is 20 years old. And it feels like he's been in the league for 10 years. Garrett Whitlock, 1-1 count, top of the 8th here, 5-5 game. Top of the 8th, 2-1 count. Franco, that's hit in the air, but that's not far. Renfro's there, and there's the first out. Renfro with a good arm. Arozarena not going anywhere. Oh, but Rafael Devers, the throw got by him. Luckily, Garrett Whitlock was there to back him up. Oh, my. That could have really been disastrous. Renfro with a strong throw. Got by Bogarts, got by Devers, but luckily Whitlock was there. But that's why you got to play fundamental baseball. Got to have backups. But here we go. Garrett Whitlock gets the first out. A big out of Wander Franco. Brandon Lau, 3 strikeouts tonight. He's 0 for 17 in this postseason. I'm going to be honest, everyone. I mean, I feel like it would just be perfect irony if Brandon Lau comes through here. I mean, hitless in this series, 3 strikeouts tonight. But for Brandon Lau, I mean, he's not been able to come through. So Garrett Whitlock got to have the advantage here. Here we go. Top of the 8th, 1 out. Fenway chanting, "Let's go Red Sox." Ground ball back to Whitlock. Very weakly hit. And he holds Arozarena at second. And the Red Sox have gotten 2 huge outs from arguably their best reliever this season. Huge outs for Garrett Whitlock. Weak contact on both the fly ball and the ground ball back to him. But he's got a big out here to get with a Nelson Cruz up at the plate. 1 swing of the bat, and this could be a 7-5 game. Nelson Cruz is always a power threat, especially with this green monster. So Garrett Whitlock has a tough task. Nelson Cruz already with a home run this postseason. He's 3 for 16 overall. But again, always a threat to go yard. Franier, we're inching closer to 200 people. We're at 175 now. Here we go. Mound visit. Going over a game plan for Nelson Cruz. You got to be very careful with him. Still one of the better hitters this year. Hitting .294 this year with 19 homers. Check swing. It looked like maybe it hit the bat. Oh, it hit the bat. 0-1 count. Bit of a scare there for Red Sox fans. Looks like maybe it could have hit him. But no, it got the bat. But Garrett Whitlock, 0-1 count to Nelson Cruz. 2 outs, 2 big outs from Garrett Whitlock here in the 8th. 5-5 game here at the Fens. Both teams up on top of the dugout. Garrett Whitlock slider down and away. 1-1 count. Garrett Whitlock looks in. Nelson Cruz looks back. Top of the 8th, 1-1 count, 2 outs, tie game. Garrett Whitlock, the pitch. Ground ball to the left side. Rafael Devers has it. He charges. He throws, and he's out at first. And the Red Sox get 3 huge outs after the Rays rally. But in the end, the Rays have tied the game here in the 8th. We have a new ball game here at Fenway Park. The Red Sox have Verdugo, Martinez, and Renfro coming up in the bottom of the 8th. Wonders says, "Let's go Red Sox." Man, oh man. You got to think. Red Sox fans, they're hanging on to every pitch right now. I know I am. But man, oh man, this Rays team is good. Man, what a game. This is just, goodness gracious. Red Sox fans coming into the chat. What's going on, everyone? Oh, we're at 14.4? All righty, Edmund 19. We got to 14.4. All righty, we're almost halfway to 15,000. Christian Gruel rooting for the Rays. Larry Fitzgerald, not a fan of the Red Sox. Well, we got a new ball game here in Boston. 185 people in the chat. What's going on? How are we doing, everyone? Everyone, if you haven't hit that like button for me, hit that like button. Let's see if we can get to 150 likes. We are 16 likes away. Can we get to 200? Let's get to 150 first. Yeah, Chris Sampson. If we can get to 15,000 by the World Series, that would be amazing. Hopefully we can get to 15,000 by the end of the World Series. That's the goal. Got a long way to go, though. But Pete Fairbanks, he's going to be staying out for the 8th. Verdugo coming up. Granite Starter 1029 has subscribed. What's going on? Welcome, my friend. 197 people in the chat. I think we're going to start getting some more people here. Logan Jones, what's going on? Logan Jones is at Game 3. Logan Jones, man, hope you have a great time. Hey, enjoy the game. That's awesome, man. Postseason baseball. Dodgers and Giants right now are scoreless. Yeah, Jacob, I can't show it, unfortunately, just because of the copyright stuff. But if you don't have, the cable or whatever, you can go on YouTube. If you just type in, Red Sox versus Rays, people will stream the audio of it. So you can listen to it like you're listening to it on the radio. So I've actually been doing that. I'm a teacher full time. I teach second grade, but I also do Uber on the side to make a few extra bucks. And this past weekend, that's what I did. So because I have Spectrum for my cable service. It's not like actual cable. It's a streaming thing it's my local cable company, but they have a streaming app. And but it's weird. The app, I can't watch anything unless I'm on the Wi-Fi. It's annoying. So to be able to listen in on the games while I was doing Uber this past weekend, I just did that. I went on YouTube and I was just listening to the audio. I have YouTube Premium, so I can close the app and still listen to it. So yeah, I was listening to the Braves and the Brewers earlier. So yeah, that is one good thing about, there's you can find a couple of streams and listen to it at least. Here we go. Alex Verdugo. Coming up here. The Red Sox, they have had no life, it feels like, with this offense. Maybe they showed a glimpse in the last inning, but ended up being a double play to end their threat. But here's Verdugo. Bottom of the 8th here, 1-2 count against Pete Fairbanks. Hard throwing guy. Here's the pitch. Verdugo, ground ball to the left side. Franco has it. Throws to first, and it gets away! And that goes into the dugout! Or went into the stands, couldn't quite see where it went, but in the end, that's out of play, and Verdugo moves to second, and the Red Sox have the go-ahead run on second. Wander Franco, as good as he is, He does not come up big there for the Rays. A bit of a careless play from Wander Franco. Bit of a tough play, but in the end, a pretty bad throw from usually a somewhat sure thing at short this year from Wander Franco. Orioles 2041. I don't have any really, crazy Uber stories yet. I only just recently started doing it, so I'm not even up to 50 rides yet total. So, but any good stories, I'll be definitely here to tell you. Sound FX, Franco throws, failed. It goes past Choi and into the camera. Oh, that's where it went, the camera well. How did that happen? Big opportunity for the Sox. Huge opportunity here. They got the middle of the order. JD Martinez, 2 for 3 tonight, 2 singles, RBI. Look who is warming up for the Red Sox. Chris Sale is warming up for the Red Sox. Oh my goodness. JD Martinez, bottom of the 8th, runner on second. A wild throw from Wander Franco moved Verdugo to second. JD Martinez pops it up to right. Rosarena's there, but Verdugo's going to have to hold. Rosarena with a good arm, so Verdugo will hold at second. Captain Spartan 04 with a $4.99 super chat. Rays clearly now need to trade Franco. He's terrible. Sarcasm. Also, what's your favorite TV show? All time, The Office. Easily. The Office, by far, amazing. Also, Breaking Bad was really good. The Office was probably the funniest show I've ever seen. After Steve Carell left the show, it wasn't as good, but oh my God, The Office was so funny. But another show that I just couldn't stop watching and I could watch over and over again is Breaking Bad. Easily. Here we go. Thank you for the super chat, Captain Spartan. Hunter Renfroe up. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out. Big swing and a miss from Hunter Renfroe. It's going to be a tough task to do something against Fairbanks with a big arm like he has. But Hunter Renfroe, can he be up to the challenge? Stinky Britches. No, I have not. I have not called a game professionally. God, I don't know how those guys do it. I don't know how these commentators, I don't know how they call games. It's got to be so tough. I don't see it. Like, I've really heard some great broadcasts before where I'm just like, where the heck are they getting all these stats from? Like, holy cow. Some of the things that these guys say, it's like, jeez, how do you remember that? So, ooh, fastball, pours it in at 96. And Hunter Renfroe is facing a 1-2 count here with 1 out. Verdugo got a lucky break from a Wander Franco errant throw. And now the Red Sox, all of a sudden, while it was looking like a good situation, it's not looking too good right now. 1-2 count to Renfroe, 1 out. Renfroe trying to do something here. Renfroe hits it to right. That could be deep enough to move Verdugo. Kiermaier with a good arm. Verdugo goes to third. And Verdugo's out. And he tried to test Kiermaier. The Rays have all the momentum in the world. But Alex Cora, it looks like he's going to challenge it. Kevin Kiermaier with a great throw. It was close. They called him out. But it looks like, ooh, Verdugo looks like, did his hand come off the bag though? But it looks like he was safe. Oh, I don't know. From that angle, it looks like his hand came off. No, his hand is still there. His hand is still there. Wow. he's safe when he first slid in, but then his hand came off the bag. That's going to be where the umpires, I think they're going to be looking at that. Verdugo's hand, it looks like it came off the bag, but is it going to be conclusive enough? He is safe. The initial slide, he's safe. He came in so hard that he went past the bag a little bit. He got called out. Now, the question is, did the umpire call him out on the initial tag, or did he see the hand come off the base? And that's what he called. I want to know what the umpire called him out for initially. I think personally he's out. I think he's out personally. But the umpires could think something different. It's weird because from some angles he looks safe, but then some others, here comes the call. And they hold firm. They call him out. And the Rays, oh boy. Oh boy. And the Rays have a lot of momentum right now, everyone. A lot of people, I think, are going to argue about this one. Some people think he looked safe. I think he looked out, personally. That's just me. I also have a potato for a brain, so don't mind me. But either way, regardless, whether you think he was safe or out, give Kiermaier a lot of credit on that throw. What a throw. Yeah, Franier, I agree. I think it was too close to turn it. I think it was a little too close. Yeah, 230 people in the chat. Everyone, welcome, welcome. If you can, hit that like button for me. Let's get to 200 likes. We're at 147 right now. If you can, hit that like button. If anyone's new, think about subscribing. We're going live a lot. We're talking all postseason baseball here this month. And even after the postseason, we got all the offseason stuff to talk about. All the trade rumors, the free agent stuff. All of it. We're talking baseball here all the time. Yeah, Raptor Jesus, that is a good question, I think. I think that's a good question because, why... I mean, sure, whenever you get to third, obviously, if you're at third, even with 2 outs, I mean, hey, it's obviously a sure thing if a ball gets through. You're definitely in a better position at third base, obviously, to score. Less leeway that way, or more leeway in that situation. But could you argue that he, should have just stayed at second? I think that's a good question. Alex Verdugo, he loves to play the game tough. And Cora, he likes to be aggressive. So, but I don't know. Kihiyama has just subscribed. What's going on? Hello. Jake Spagnolio, no, unfortunately I won't be able to. I got to get to bed tonight. I got to wake up a little early for work tomorrow, unfortunately. I would love to stay up late and watch that, but I'll watch a little bit of it, but it's not going to be, to where I'm going to be streaming. But I'll be talking about it tomorrow. Sorry about that. But up next, we have Ji-Man Choi coming up, hitting .333 in the postseason so far, has a home run here in this series. Garrett Whitlock coming back out. This is where Garrett Whitlock thrives. This is where he thrives. When he comes into these multi-inning situations, that's where he really is on his game. But he's got a tough task here. He's got Choi, Diaz, and then he's got Meadows. This Rays lineup, just anywhere in it, it's a tough task. I mean, you could argue everyone is a tough at-bat right now, maybe except for Brandon Lau. Yandy Diaz is hitless tonight, but Choi, he did pinch hit for Luplow. Struck out in his last at-bat. But man, oh man, the Rays right now, I'm going to be honest, Kyler Mack 18 just subscribed. Thank you, my friend, for subscribing. Hey, Sound FX, man. And I agree. A couple other reviews said it in the chat too. I just think you don't run in that situation. I would rather take my chances with a runner on second, I think, than try to run on Kevin Kiermaier. I mean, Kevin Kiermaier, this guy's been around for a long time. He does not make a lot of mistakes. It's very likely, man, that Kevin Kiermaier, if you test him, he's going to get you. Ryan Dolan, just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. Brennan, it's inevitable. Look at the Rays dugout. I mean, this Rays team right now, it feels like they have momentum. You just feel it. I've watched too many of these games. If the Red Sox, I'm going to be honest here, everyone. Maybe I'm being a bit of a negative Nancy, but if the Red Sox win this game, I'll be surprised. Ground ball to the right side. One pitch. And Dahlback gets the out. And Dahlback is now in the game. But Garrett Whitlock, he has been tough to hit. And here, this has been Jonathan Santiago. Jonathan Santiago has just subscribed. Hello. The story of the Red Sox so far in this postseason, to me, it's not the hits. It's not all the runs they scored in Game 2. It's not the walk-off from Christian Vasquez. It's the long relief pitching. It was Nick Pivetta in Game 1, saving the bullpen. It was Tanner Houck in Game 2 after Chris Sale. It was Nick Pivetta in Game 3. And now Garrett Whitlock. He's come in and he's looked pretty good so far. The Red Sox long relief pitching has been very good in this series. Captain Potsmoke has just subscribed. Welcome to the channel. And there's a ground ball up the middle. Arroyo has it on to first. Dahlback gets it. And there's 2 outs here in the 9th. Garrett Whitlock has looked fantastic. Top of the 9th, 2 outs here, 5-5 game. Fenway Park, it was a 5-0 lead at one point, but the Rays have chipped and chipped and chipped away some more, and it is now a tie game. Oh, Showtime. No, but I did look up some Tom Grossi. I think I'm saying his name right. Is it Tom Grossi or Grossi? But I did look at his channel. I'll definitely join in on one of his next streams, and I'll see if I see he does some Q&A streams. So I'll definitely send like a super chat or something. Bullshed 58. Who do the Rays have in their pen? Well, let's see who they have available. They've had a lot of guys go tonight, and Whitlock has Meadows to strike 2 real quick. So you got Boz out there, Fire Ison, Rasmussen, Robertson, Walker, Waka, and Whistler. Here we go. 1-2 count, 2 outs. And there's a pop-up. That's Verdugo. Under it. And there's the 3rd out. The Red Sox are coming up for the bottom of the 9th. Everyone, I got to take a quick restroom break. Please stay tuned. I will be right back. We are back, everyone. What is going on? How are we doing? Well, the Red Sox are coming up. Christian Vasquez, the hero for Game 3, is coming up. Then Christian Arroyo and Bobby Dahlbeck. Not the strongest part of the Red Sox lineup. We are at the bottom. But Dahlbeck did come in for Schwarber, so we will be getting back to the top of the order for the Red Sox. But definitely some big at-bats coming up here. We got a tie game heading into the bottom of the ninth. For the second straight night, we got a game coming down to the wire. What are the predictions here in the chat? Paul Bristow, when we're live, we got to move quick, my friend. We got to move quick. What are the predictions here for the bottom of the ninth? Everyone, give them to me. Give them to me. What's going to happen here? Red Sox, they have a lot of walk-off hits in the postseason going back to all time. Chris Rodriguez, what's going on? So Chris Spartan, he's thinking extra innings. Chief is also thinking extra innings. Forever Red Sox, a 3-run homer to walk it off. Vasquez walks it off in a 2-2 count. Vasquez doubles, and then Bobby Dahlbeck singles him in. Could Bobby Dahlbeck become a legend in Red Sox history? We'll have to wait and see. Jake, Sox have more in favor because they're home and they bring it into extras. They can walk it off. I mean, you got to think percent chances right now are on the Red Sox side. Let's actually go to Baseball Savant. Here's Christian Vasquez against Fire Icing. Christian Vasquez was the hero last night. And let's go take a look. Baseball Savant. Who are they giving the edge to right now? They're giving the edge right now to the Red Sox. Right now, the Red Sox have a 63.4% chance to win this game. Here we go. Christian Vasquez walked it off last night in the 13th inning. Check swing foul. It's a 1-1 count. Bottom of the ninth, 5-5 game here at Fenway Park. We got 250 people in the chat. People are on their feet at Fenway Park. Fire ice and come set. Here's the pitch. Christian Vasquez, a big swing and a miss. He tried to end it again for the second straight night. Christian Vasquez, you know one swing can end it. Fenway on their feet. They're hoping for a Red Sox win that will send them to the American League Championship Series. 1-2 count. Bottom of the ninth. 5-5 game. Fire ice and come set. Christian Vasquez hits it to the left side. He dives, and that's out of his reach. Christian Vasquez with a single to lead it off. And you got to think, will they go with a pinch runner here? Christian Vasquez actually doesn't run the bases too bad. So maybe they leave him in. Here we go. 260 people in the chat. Christian Arroyo, he has come up big for the Red Sox this year. He had an injury at one point. He missed some time. But before he got hurt earlier this year, Christian Arroyo was coming up in some big spots for the Red Sox. Can he come up big again? Fire ice and goes to the pickoff attempt. Alex Cora leaving Christian Vasquez in the game. You're thinking maybe you could go with some speed on the bases, but Christian Vasquez, he's too valuable to take out of this game right now. Christian Arroyo looking to make something happen here. Bottom of the ninth, runner on for the Red Sox. 5-5 game. Christian Arroyo puts a bunt down, and the Red Sox have bunted, and they have moved Vasquez over to second, and the Red Sox have the winning run in scoring position. You don't see the Red Sox bunt very much, but the Red Sox breaking out all the tools here in a late inning situation. Can the Red Sox come up with some more heroics in the postseason? We've seen plenty of them. 5-5 here in the bottom of the ninth at Fenway Park. Actually, it's looking like Bobby Dahlback will not get the chance to be the hero. They're going with the mayor of Ding Dong City, Travis Shaw. Can the mayor come through? He's been all right for the Red Sox this year. He's had a couple of big hits. Can he come up big for the Red Sox here? Paul, you got that right. No bathroom break now. Noah, what's going on? We got 275 people in the chat. Almost at 300 people. Meineke Man, I thought maybe they could pinch run for Vasquez, but they opted to bunt him over. And Travis Shaw, he was cut loose, and the Red Sox brought him in. This year he has 9 home runs, 39 RBIs, only a 200 batting average. Here we go. Fire icing comes set. Bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Tie game here at Fenway Park. The Red Sox have the winning run on second base. Travis Shaw with a big swing and fouls it back. Woo-hoo-hoo. As a Red Sox fan here, I'm getting a little nervous. But here we go. This Rays bullpen has come up big for the Rays all year. Can the mayor of Ding Dong City end it for the Red Sox? And there's strike 2. Travis Shaw thought about it, but he took it for strike 2. Can Shaw come through? Fire icing comes set. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Shaw fouls it back. Fouls it back. Whew. Anyone feel those goosebumps right now? Goosebumps. Whew. If the Red Sox get this runner home, they will move on to the American League Championship Series. Here's the mayor of Ding Dong City, Travis Shaw, looking to make something happen. And there's a fastball up high for a ball. 1-2 count. Fire Ison's had himself a good season this year. We're going to take a look really quick at the numbers. For the Rays this year, he had a 2.45 ERA, had himself a good season with the Rays. They got him in a mid-season trade that involved Willy Adames. JP Fire Ison, 33 strikeouts through 36 innings pitched. He's not a big strikeout guy. Can Shaw come through from the left side? Fire ice and come set. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Fastball up and away. Ball 2. 2-2 count. Taking a look at what Travis Shaw's done this year. So don't forget, Travis Shaw was with Milwaukee, but he was cut loose, and Chaim Bloom snagged Travis Shaw. With the Red Sox, he had 3 home runs. He hit .238. He had hit a little better with the Red Sox. Still not a great season overall numbers-wise, but Shaw could come up big here. There's a ground ball to the left side. Vasquez is going to move over on the ground ball, and Choi drops it. And the Red Sox get another break. Back-to-back nights, the Red Sox get a break late in the game. And they have runners on the corners with 1 out. $292 people in the chat. But JP Fire Icing, let's take a look at his ground ball percentage. You got to think this is a guy, not a big strikeout guy, but he's someone where he can get a ground ball. 36.8 ground ball percentage this year, not too high, but he could get a ground ball here. He's had a lot of walks this year, over 5 walks per 9, but that's not what the Rays want here. The Rays would love to get a double play. And it looks like Kevin Cash is arguing. Or no, Alex Cora. Sorry, Alex Cora is arguing. What is going on here? I'm sorry. I thought Kevin Cash was arguing something. They had it completely blocked. Shaw. There was no one at second base. And he decided to try to run because there was no one covering second for the Rays. Kike Hernandez comes up. One of the many offseason additions for Chaim Bloom. Christian Vasquez, a pinch runner. Surprising they're doing the pinch runner now. But, again, maybe not that surprising actually. A fly ball, you'd like to get, you could score on a sac fly, a little more speed at third base. I was kind of thinking maybe earlier they could have went with a pinch runner. But Christian Vasquez, he actually runs the bases pretty well. So I wasn't surprised they left Vasquez in there. Over 300 people in the chat. 317 people. Kike Hernandez, what an amazing postseason he's had. Fantastic in Game 2. Kept it going in Game 3. He's 1 for 4 tonight. A fly ball can end it. Kike Hernandez looked to end that game right there. But a fastball up and in. And Kike Hernandez swings and misses. Bottom of the 9th here, 0-1 count, 1 out. The Red Sox have a chance. The Red Sox move the runner over to second on that swing. Here we go, Kike Hernandez. Runners on second and third. JP Fire Icing looking to get the Rays out of this. Kike Hernandez, a huge series. Fire Icing comes set. Here's the pitch. Kike Hernandez! He hits it deep! Oh! Fly ball! He comes home! And the Red Sox win it! Let's go! Woo! And the Red Sox are going to the American League Championship Series! They have beaten the best team in the American League! Are you kidding me? Let's go! My giraffe neck Robbie is coming out right now. I'm sorry, but oh my goodness. Wow. I'm not kidding. I thought that was a home run. I thought that was a home run. We got a super chat. Captain Spartan with a 199 super chat. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Wow. Wow. Whew. Not going to lie, I was thinking this Rays team, the way they chipped away, wow, oh wow. Martial Arts has just subscribed. Everyone, my playoff bracket has been busted. I picked the Rays to win the World Series this year. And of all the teams to break my bracket, to bust my bracket, it was my own team, the Red Sox. I am so bad at predictions. Goodness gracious, everyone. Wow, I thought Kike Hernandez hit a home run. I'm not even kidding. I thought it was a home run off the bat. I almost flipped out. But look at the move. Look, once again, Alex Cora, I promise when I say this, it is not out of bias. Alex Cora is one of the best managers in the game today. I mean, just look at the move with, a Danny Santana, putting him in at third, pinch running. It's like literally Alex Cora saw that coming. And the Red Sox are moving on to the American League Championship Series to face either the Astros or the White Sox. The Red Sox were not very good in the second half. They were not a good second half team. They were up and down. The bullpen really waned on them in the second half. And wow. A huge game, too, that I had the privilege of going to. I got there late. I didn't see the Jordan Luplow Grand Slam, and I saw everything after that. A huge Christian Vasquez walk-off home run in Game 3. And the Red Sox, a huge third inning. I mean, sure, they got the walk-off here, but the third inning was obviously the key for the Red Sox tonight. Rafael Devers going deep. Verdugo with an RBI. Martinez with an RBI. But in the end, Kike Hernandez has come up so big for the Red Sox this year. And Chaim Bloom was the man to make this signing. Bringing in Kike Hernandez in the offseason. And he has come up so big for the Red Sox this year. He's had a huge series. You probably should give him the MVP of this series because he was so good. Hit 450. I mean, incredible. JD Martinez also had an amazing series, batting 467. He did miss Game 1. I mean, honestly, you could go, you can go between Kike Hernandez and JD Martinez, but Kike in this postseason, I think overall just a little better. I mean, both amazing series for the both of them. The long relief pitching of the Red Sox, in my personal opinion, I think was the key for the Red Sox in this series. Nick Pivetta in Game 1. I mean, he saved the bullpen. He came in, he brought some innings. That's what the Red Sox bullpen needed. Eduardo Rodriguez did not go deep into that game at all. Game 2, Chris Sale got hit around. Tanner Houck comes in for 5 innings. Game 3, hey, Nick Pivetta again coming in. 4 innings. Huge. Garrett Whitlock tonight. Couple innings late in the game when the Red Sox bullpen was starting to crack. Garrett Whitlock came in with 2 shutdown innings. The long relief pitching for the Red Sox in this series, I think, was the key. I am, wow. I picked the Rays to win the World Series this year. I am just at a loss for words. I'm at a loss for words. I mean, I didn't think the Red Sox were a bad team coming in, but I just thought the Rays were a better team. But the Red Sox, they came together and they beat this Rays team in 4 games. This Red Sox team, they've been together all year. And once again, the Rays, they just come up short again. And where do they, I mean, I think the big thing for the Tampa Bay Rays, the Rays did not have starting pitching. And in the end, I mean, the Red Sox didn't have a lot of starting pitching either, but they had 2 starters of theirs come up big out of the bullpen. Tanner Houck and Nick Pivetta came up big for them. Eduardo Rodriguez, not very good in game 1, but he came back in tonight's game and was very solid. Chris Sale ended up not doing anything in game 2, but Tanner Houck came in. Basically, didn't technically start the game, but you could say Tanner Houck did what a starter should have done. 5 innings. Just saying. Go back to game 3 last night. Christian Vasquez eventually walked it off. Eovaldi, 5 innings, 2 runs. That was the difference in this series. The Red Sox starting pitchers came up big, whether if it was starting or out of the bullpen. Sale, Erod, game 1 and 2 didn't come up big, but games 3 and 4, starting pitching really showed up. And huge key for the Red Sox. And the Rays, I really think, in the end, they just lacked those guys. They lacked, the losing Tyler Glasnow this year. Not bringing back a Charlie Morton. Trading away a Blake Snell. I mean, I think in the long run, I think Luis Patino is going to be great, but they really missed these guys, and it really showed. Sound FX. How about the former Dodgers today? Jock Peterson, absolutely. 3-run home run of the Braves win over the Brewers. Kike Hernandez, game-winning sac fly. Hey, the Dodgers, they got winning players over there, and now they're doing winning players, or they got winning players for other teams. But the Red Sox, man, oh man, I think the guy that just came up, sure, Kike had the walk-off sac fly here, but the guy that really came up big, I think, was Garrett Whitlock. I would honestly give Garrett Whitlock the unsung hero award of this game. That bullpen was starting to slip. And Whitlock came in those last 2 innings and really shut it down. Because it felt like the Rays were coming back. It felt like it was inevitable. It really felt like that. The Red Sox had their big 3rd inning, and then the Rays started chipping away in the 5th, the 6th, the 8th. You had the Wander Franco home run. You had a Rosarina come up big there in the 8th to tie the game. Kevin Kiermaier with a big hit there in the 8th inning too. But as a Red Sox fan, I have seen time and time again, many Red Sox teams, have come together. That Red Sox team in 2013, a lot of people didn't give that team a chance, and they came together when it really mattered most. In 2018, that team was together from the start. That team was amazing that year. They just ran through the postseason that year. But this Red Sox team, they, man, oh man. Question is, who are they going to face? Are they going to have the White Sox or the Astros? Let me know in the chat. What do you think? What do you think? Tell me who in the chat. Who do you think the Red Sox are going to play in the ALCS? Do you think it's going to be the Astros or the White Sox? Let me know. Yeah, Jason. An absolute, what a blessing. Garrett Whitlock, we got him for free. We got him as a Rule 5 draft. Or a Rule 5 draft pick. So a lot of people saying Astros right now. Jarrell Stevens, City of Champions. City of Champions. Can the Red Sox bring another championship? Can you imagine Chaim Bloom in his, first full season, if you're not counting 2020. Could you imagine if the Red Sox run the table, win the whole thing? That would be crazy. Man, oh man. Kira Owens, we will be okay. Glasnow, Archer, McClanahan. The Rays rotation, the future does look good. You got to feel for the Rays, man. Hey, I'm stoked my Red Sox are moving on. But, for the Rays, what a team this year. An incredible team. That team was so good this year. They were so good in late inning situations. They were just a really tough team this year. I saw them play, Saw them play. July 31st, that Rays team just clobbered the Red Sox that year. Alex Cora, it looks like him and his daughter sharing a moment on the field. Hey, you got to feel for Alex Cora here. This guy was suspended for a year, and yeah, he served his time. He definitely served his time. He faced up to his punishment. He's owned it. And, say what you will, but Alex Cora, in my opinion, he's one of the best managers in the game today. I could argue that he's the best manager in baseball today. So sharing a moment, it looked like with his daughter on the field, looked like some tears coming. You got to think, Alex Cora, this was a guy that got completely scrutinized in the media, which, hey, I get it. You could say, a bit deserved, a little deserved. He was a part of something that ended up being kind of he was a part of an asterisk, and he's come back and he's led this team, to the American League Championship Series. You got to give Alex Cora a lot of credit. Give him a lot of credit. But I'm excited to see who is going to face the Red Sox in the championship series. Right now, the Giants and the Dodgers are scoreless in the top of the fourth. So we'll have to wait and see how that game turns out. But everyone, I'm going to get out of here. Wow. I'm still processing this one. This, to me, incredible. Many years watching the Red Sox. I wasn't sure how this team would perform in the postseason this year. I knew they've been a good team this year, and I just thought maybe the Rays were just better. And you know what? This Red Sox team, I'm glad they proved me wrong. Because, wow, this team, they're looking very good right now. They're looking very together. And there's a lot of good energy going on in Boston right now. So, everyone, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate you coming on. I am grateful that you came in to listen to me tonight. And, hey, my first ever time on this channel watching postseason Red Sox baseball. And they're moving on to the American League Championship Series, and I couldn't be happier. But I promise you, as always, I will be right down the middle. I will always right down the middle on this channel. Maybe you'll see a little giraffe neck Robbie here and there, but at the end of the day, I will be right down the middle when it comes to the Red Sox, and I promise you, wherever the Red Sox end up going, it will be as unbiased as possible. So, everyone, I want to thank you so much for coming out tonight. All the familiar faces that came out tonight. It's always great seeing you guys in here. Anyone new, thank you for joining tonight. Everyone, if you can, hit that like button for me before you get out of here. If anyone is new, hit that subscribe button for me. We're talking baseball here all the time. Even after the postseason ends, we're going right into the off season. So subscribe. That way you can see everything we got to offer here for the foreseeable future. So, but I'm excited for the American League Championship Series. I'm excited for the rest of this postseason. So, again, if you are new, join along for the ride. So we're just here loving baseball. So, all right, everyone. That's all I have for tonight. I got to go to work in the morning. I'm a tired man. So thank you for joining me tonight. Have yourself a good night. Have yourself a good day tomorrow. I will hop on tomorrow if I can. I believe the games tomorrow, we have the Brewers and the Braves on tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We have the Astros and the White Sox. They're actually on during the day tomorrow, so I won't be able to go live for that. I'm going to be at work. I might be able to come on for the Brewers and the Braves, so we'll wait and see on that. And then the Giants-Dodgers, I probably won't be able to go live tomorrow night. They're just such late games. If it started a little earlier, yeah, but I mean, it's just such a busy year at work this year, and if I can't stay up for those late games too much, but if I can, I'll go live. So I'll let you know, everyone. Be on the lookout. Look out for the notifications. Again, subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button for me. Also, check out the memberships on this channel before you get out of here. And also, check out the description below for 10% off your first order with Dr. Squatch. Everyone, that's all I have for tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a good night. Have a good day tomorrow. And I'll talk to you next time.